Yes, people. What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to my channel, people. How are all the Arsenal fans feeling out there? I know most of you are very angry. Most of you haven't recovered yet from the game. I've actually been trying to get my mind off the game, to be honest with you people. Sorry, today was a disaster. I had a sort of issue with my internet today, so we had a chat, myself, Mossy Boy, Epic, and Jill, but it was a very short one because we're having issues with internet, and I really couldn't get around to tell you guys a lot about the game today, or my opinions about it. I was just dealing with the internet issues. But how are all of you feeling around the world today? You good? That's how every Arsenal fan looks right now, but I think I've recovered. I really do think I've recovered. Just been having my wine, watching TV. I guess it's one of those days in the office. It's a bad day in the office, isn't it? For many of the Arsenal fans today. Listen, the phone links are open. If you want to come in and talk, feel free. Let me see if I can put that in the chat right now. If you're watching me from Instagram and you want to come in and talk, I'm on YouTube right now, so you can always come to YouTube and have a chat with me. Let me just put this Discord link in the chat right now for people that are on YouTube, anyone that wants or cares to come. Hey Akuma, what's up? I just want to put this in the... Give me 1 second, Akuma. Okay. I'm just going to pin this for anyone that cares to come in. Alright, Akuma, I'm going to get you in. 1 second, let me just do some housekeeping, if you don't mind. Just going to do some quick housekeeping. I want to put some few things in my broadcast station. All right, where is it, people? Where the hell is it? Okay, right here. I'm just trying to sort out some few pictures, and then you guys can come tell me how you feel about the game. Excuse me. Okay. It's really annoying. Honestly, it is annoying, people. So many things to talk about. So many things to talk about. All right, Akuma. Let me see if I can get you in. Let me call you. Hello, Akuma. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good, man. What's up with you?
Nothing much, man. I'm just busy with work and stuff because I have to do late projects and everything because I work for a US company. And sometimes I couldn't join in because I just had deadlines to perform and stuff. So sorry, I've been a little bit absent in life. It's just one of the things when life catches up with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's more important, isn't it? That's more important than anything. But I see you are doing a lot of flight simulator and stuff.
How do you know? How do you know?
We know all these things, don't worry. Have you recovered? Have you recovered from the game?
I think just a little bit and stuff.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit. I think the anger's probably gone a little bit, but then again, when you don't take your chances, this is what can happen, can't it?
Yeah. I agree. I 100% agree with you on that one. So do you feel that the problem today was the fact that we didn't bury our chances, or was just a combination of the mistake?
I think it was if you don't take your chances, what happens, you see? Because what happened is in the first half, let's face it, Burnley were dead and buried. But once you give them an encouragement, a bit like the Wolves game, they were dead and buried in the first half. And the top four teams, like a Chelsea, a Liverpool back in its good days, and Man City, bury them. They won't give them any chance. They won't give them any hope. we gave them hope, and obviously because they got the goal just before half time, they're like they've got the momentum. Hence why they started better than we did in the second half. You know, and stuff. So it's just disappointing and stuff. But I just find it funny how everyone just reacts, how reactionary we are. I remember listening to one podcast that was saying that, Mary was at fault or Leonard was at fault for the goal. And I'm like going, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
There's
a lot of
Arteta didn't get his subs right. He got his subs right. If that goal didn't, if Pepe would have scored those 2 sitters that he scored, everyone said he got the subs right. So
we
react. And I think this is why I don't like. I just sometimes it's not necessarily the results. It's sometimes the reaction or the over the top reaction we get from fans. You know, which depresses me sometimes.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. I honestly agree with you. It's so difficult to have a proper analysis when things don't go well for you, and then people are always gonna start looking at other things. I mean, there was another person that said Pepe should have started, and different things just come up, and I'm like, what are you guys saying? The same Pepe. I'm not saying that Pepe is. I'm not saying I don't want him to start. What I'm just trying to say is, people do a lot of things after the fact. They just go on and look for when something doesn't happen. They just this guy should have started. I'm like, when
Captain Hindsight, and that's what annoys me the most. Captain Hindsight. You know, I mean, would I have liked Pepe here? I would have liked Pepe to have started, but I can understand why Arteta didn't do it because you've got Thursday. Remember, we've got how many games in 4 days? Three games in like 7 days, or
I think we've got a lot. I think we've got the game on Thursday, obviously, and then we've got another one the following weekend.
Yeah, so there's a lot of games. So he's got to juggle. So it's not easy being a manager. And what also gets me angry as well, everyone's got like Martinelli's the saviour for Arsenal, but it's a 19-year-old kid. Come on, we can't rely on our squad. Cannot be based on having youngsters being the core of the Arsenal squad. Was that not the complaint that we had against Arsene Wenger? That he didn't buy experience. He was relying too much on youngsters. So I sometimes don't get our fan base. But I suppose what you have to remember, football is about narrative and emotion. It's not necessarily about logics and facts.
I like that. I like the sound of that. So, what's your take? What's your take on that situation? Obviously, you're a keeper. You've been a keeper before. What's your take on that situation where Leno give the ball to Shaka? Because everyone seems to be focusing their attention on Shaka, but I felt Leno should have done a bit better there, not to put
but at the same time,
the pressure.
I'm old school, so obviously as an old school goalkeeper, I'm going to kick it out. But then again, if you're being told from your coach, this is what we do, and you practice this drill every day in training, I guess you've got to do it and stuff. So,
but the fact that this is where I have an issue, right? People said because they've been instructed to. This guy is not a robot. Now, if you're instructed to pass out the back, does that mean if you see danger right in front of you, you're still going to pass the ball back? Out the back? No. You need to use your discretions here. Yes, there is a structure of play. There is how you play the game, right? Which the coach is trying to embed in. But I don't think it's every situation you want to play out the back. When you see danger, you kick it out.
And to be fair to Leno, he actually does that sometimes. I've noticed he doesn't always overplay it from the back. He does sometimes go long. It just happens to the factor. Let's face it. Most of the time, we've been pretty good at playing from the back. I think we've only been caught out maybe once or twice all season. So, on the law of averages, you're going to think, okay, if I play it to Xhaka, this is what Leno's thinking. He's probably in his mind, he's going to pass it to, obviously, to Luiz and stuff. And it just happens that it has happened. And after the fact, we're complaining, why didn't you just kick it out? Why didn't you just kick it out and stuff? But I still blame Xhaka for that because, you know, he's demanding the ball. We've always played like that way. And it's normally been relatively safe. I mean, you got to remember, our first goal came from playing from the back, didn't it? From Partey.
Yeah, I agree. I guess what I was trying to say is this, right? You can say it's the measurement of how you determine when to play at the back that is my problem here. What do I mean? How do you determine when it is safe? For me, I felt Leno did not look at the safety of that pass. What do I mean? He didn't analyze the danger ahead. There was a player very close to Shaka.
That's a very good point because
there was a player.
You've always been told that you have the best view of the game.
You definitely have the best view because you can see every single player on the football pitch. So you know the risk management that you're supposed to apply. And as far as I'm concerned, Leno did not apply that risk management properly. Secondly, you know your player better than any other person. When I'm playing football, there are some players that I've played with them for so long. I know what their capabilities are. I know they're going to crumble under pressure. I know the ones that can handle pressure. Are you telling me that Leno, till today, for how long that he's played with Shaka, doesn't know that this guy is going to crumble when he's really marked?
I'll disagree with you on that because, to be fair to Xhaka, he normally does passes really, really well. I can't remember. Can you remember a time whereby he's fluffed a pass like that, especially when it's been passed to him from the edge of the box?
What I'm saying is when he's under extreme pressure, what normally happens is he falls down and then he gets a foul.
That's a good point, yeah. But then again,
that's what he normally does. He uses his body to guide.
He does that in the middle of the pitch. He doesn't necessarily do it on the edge.
Very deep. Now,
and that's probably why Leno's trust him on that one.
No, okay, fine. He can trust him. I'm just giving different sides of this thing, right? One of it is.
I'm just trying to be in mind as a goalkeeper myself. How would I have played it? If you played it all season, and 9 times out of 10, I think all the time, Xhaka does tend to find his man either on the left or on the right. You're probably going to go, okay, I trust Xhaka to do that. I think it was someone like El Neni.
Okay, this thing is not different from what happened in. There was this game I watched. Was it in the Champions League? Was it Real Madrid? No. Was it Real Madrid?
Yeah, Real Madrid against Man City last season.
No. This happened this season. Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember. They gave a ball to someone and he didn't look around him. Oh God, I'm trying to remember now. Oh my God, it was in Champions League going to Europa. I can't remember now. I really can't. I can't remember now.
There was a similar case. What happened when Man City beat Real Madrid in last season's Champions League? I think what's his name? What's Real Madrid's goalkeeper's name again? What's his name?
Courtois.
Yeah, exactly. Courtois. Yeah, he did the same thing. So if I remember, I think for the second goal for Manchester City. So it happens to the best of us. Even face it, Edison has done that as well, and Alisson has done that. So these things can happen. I guess this is the risk when you're playing that kind of football. I guess it's just that when it results into because I think the reason why Man City can get away with it is that even if they make one mistake, Man City can still score 3 or 4 goals. Arsenal, what's been our Achilles heel this season? We don't score enough goals. And that's probably why it hurts much. Then if Man City do it and make a mistake, they can recover. See, so.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, right? All I'm trying to say is I just feel that people should apportion the right amount of blame to the right candidates. But a lot of people that haven't played the game, it's so difficult to convince them or difficult to make them see why I feel that as a goalkeeper, you still have a certain level of responsibility, especially when.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly. Because I think the level I played, the highest level I played that was just having a trial for Luton Town, and they were in the time of the conference as well. And I remember when I initially got through the trial session and I played a pre-season friendly for them, and I remember them telling me, play from the back, play from the back, play from the back, and I was like, and this was in 2009. So this is something that I was struggling with as well. But I suppose in that situation, your experience would tell you, listen, we've only got 5 minutes to go. Let's get to half time. You see, and it's just messed up. You see, I think that was me. I'm old school. I'm kicking it long. I don't like this passing back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, look. The thing here, I kind of understand. There are times you definitely need to play out the back. There's no doubt about it, right?
Yeah.
But you're saying. I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, right? Do you know what that thing feels like? It just feels like Leno put Shaka in trouble. That's how it looks to me. What do I mean? That defender was too close to Shaka. Don't you get? Look, there was there was a picture of that situation that I actually saw online, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that point when that pass was given to Shaka, right?
Mm.
There was a player on the right channel who was blocking the pass that I was going to give to, I think, Mario or whoever is at the left. There was the guy that he hit the ball on, Woods, and then there was a player running from the back. So the only real option he had, which is where I blame Shaka, the only real option he had was probably to give the keeper back, which is a risk in itself. But that's one option. Or once the keeper gives it to him, all he does is kick it away to corner or whatever. That's another option. Do you understand? But for me, that pass that he passed there was a panic pass. Because I think he felt the pressure from that defender and he panicked. Because that was a blatant mistake. This wasn't like, okay, an excuse. It was a blatant mistake. You can tell that he was under pressure. He felt the pressure. He got scared and he just kicked it away. You know? I mean, let's talk about Aubameyang, really. What's your take on Aubameyang's performance? I mean, obviously he scored the goal, which was similar to the goal he scored in Leeds. Do you feel he should have done better with other chances? Because we had chances. Himself, Saka, we had chances.
To be fair to Aubameyang, there were not clear-cut chances. And I know there was one that came in the second half. But I think the defender put in his path and Aubameyang didn't expect it. So I don't think he had any... To be fair to Aubameyang, I don't think he had any...
Which one are you talking about?
No, it was when we were 1-0 up. And I think it was... Was it Xhaka? Played it through over the top?
Xhaka gave him two. Yeah, Shaka gave him two balls over the top.
I think it was either the first one Shaka gave, whereby the Burnley defender actually placed it into Aubameyang's path, and I don't think he got his feet in the right way.
He missed-kicked. Yeah, he missed-kicked.
I thought that's an understandable one. I don't think he expected that as well. And to be fair to Aubameyang, did he have any apart from the first chance? Did he have any clear-cut opportunities? I mean, it was Saka that let us down in terms of chances.
Honestly, I don't know. Saka should have scored that goal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Saka should have scored that goal. I don't know what he was. He should have scored that goal, man. He should have. And then you look at, we hit the bar twice. Oh my God, no, that game was really annoying. We hit the bar twice. Pepe missed. People that were saying, okay, Pepe should have started. Pepe missed an open net. Just imagine we had lost that game and Pepe missed kick. The narrative would have changed.
Exactly.
What is Pepe doing? What is this?
Yeah. This is that. Pepe is this. Back to old Pepe. Why do I have Martinelli on? But if he plays Martinelli on, why didn't you start Pepe on? Pepe is hot. I do feel for managers sometimes. I do. You cannot win no matter what.
No, you can't. Once you lose a game, that's it. Yeah, every excuse in the book is gonna come out.
Yeah.
Nothing you do will satisfy anyone.
Exactly. I think, and it's a thankless task. You see. So when a lot of fans say, why does he not listen to the fans? This is the reason why he doesn't give you the benefit of the doubt, because you don't know the full picture. He's in training. He knows the situation, and I can understand. I back him in terms of Martinelli, because I think, let's face it, when Martinelli was in the squad back in January, he wasn't really that hot, was he? Apart from when he came back initially, back in December, he had been fading a bit. And he was, and I'd rather have him than Bellerin right now. Obviously, I think he's a better defender. And there were some times, you got to remember, this is his first game. Yeah, exactly. I thought he played okay. I think some people, I heard another Arsenal fan say, "Oh, he was wrong." I'm thinking, what wrong did he do wrong? He nearly even scored himself. So,
do you know what? The only thing I noticed was, I think they gave him instructions that you shouldn't bump forward too many times, because he didn't. I think apart from his second half, right, mainly in the first half, he hardly went forward, and I think that's because they're trying to manage him a bit, so he doesn't. He's just come back from injury after a long time. I think they're trying to manage his expectations, but I think he did all right.
Exactly.
Which is also good. So it's just funny that myself and Mossy Boy talked about him yesterday. It was very funny that we talked about him, and hey, he started the game,
Yeah.
So, I mean, Luis himself, he had an okay game. Look, listen here. The game generally was just frustrating because you didn't look at the handball as well. What's your take on the handball?
Oh, how on earth that was not given as a penalty. Obviously, the second one whereby Pepe had hit the Burnley soldier, obviously they got that one bang on right. I just have a feeling that if that was Arsenal, if that was in the Arsenal fans' box, we would have never gotten away with that.
You think so? So are you saying there's a conspiracy theory?
I won't say it's conspiracy theory, but I just think because you got to look at this. Why would they hate Arsenal? There's no logical reason why referees want to hate on Arsenal for. It just doesn't make any sense. So, but maybe we're an easy target because we've got a reputation of being crybabies. Maybe I don't know.
Are we crybabies really?
Yeah?
Are we really crybabies?
No, but we've got a reputation of being soft per se. So referees think, oh, Arsenal players are, they won't surround me if I make a wrong decision and stuff. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
But when you think about it, right? Because I talked about the handball. So obviously the new handball rule, right, says that which is not, they haven't put it into effect yet.
I'm getting confused now.
Okay.
They changed it during the week.
Yes, but it's not in effect till July.
Okay.
To be honest, that handball rule has nothing to do with this. The handball rule that they change is when the ball accidentally hits a player's hand in the 18-yard box, and that player's teammates goes on to try and score a goal, or goes on to score a goal, or it creates a goal scoring opportunity, then it is deemed as a handball. So if you think about the Fulham versus Tottenham game, I don't know if you watched it, but there was a handball in that game which was deemed a handball. And in reality, it wasn't and they scored a goal after that, and then they ruled out the goal. It was a shot that hit a player's hands, and that guy's hands was literally on his laps. His hand was not extended at all. The hand was on his laps, and the ball hit him where his hands were on his laps. So, and then they went on to score, and then they ruled it out. Now, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's really, really annoying.
Yeah, that is.
So,
it just goes to show you why English referees won't go into this. I don't think any English referees actually go into the Euros this year, are they?
Yeah, I mean, that's what people are saying now, that there's a high chance that probably they're not going to call any of the English referees.
Yes.
I don't know. It's really frustrating because the amount of inconsistencies in how can you not call that a penalty? How? Tell me in what world that is not a penalty. That guy literally had his hand out and he went with his hand.
And what makes it worse, I can understand the referee not seeing it. This is why VAR comes into it, but VAR didn't even bother to check it. This is what gets me. That's what
they did. They checked it. So what they said, let me tell you what they said, right? They checked it, right? So the PGMOL, is it PGMOL?
Yeah.
Whatever they call them, the officials. Yeah. They got back to the guys in the studio in BT Sports while they were broadcasting the game and told them the reason why that wasn't given as a penalty. What they literally said was it's not a penalty simply because of the proximity. So they're saying that it was too close. Literally, he didn't have enough time. What they're saying, in other words, is he didn't have enough time to take his hand away because obviously it was right, in front of Pepe. Now, that's really stupid in my opinion because we see a lot of players putting their hands behind their back, right? This player didn't put his hand behind his back, right? He outstretched his hand. So for the mere fact that he's outstretched his hand, he's already inviting trouble.
Yeah.
So why are you going to go ahead and then say that because of proximity? This player knows better.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if he didn't know better, sorry, you were going to say?
No, I was going to say, normally when defenders are in that situation, what they do too, you look at Gabriel, you look at Luis, they put their hands behind their back, don't they?
Exactly.
So that's why I think it should have been a penalty.
Exactly. And if you think about it, right, it's that same guy that saved them from a goal with his shoulder.
Yes.
So he knew better. I mean, obviously he went this time around with his chest and his shoulder. So he knew he knew that it was going to be dangerous if he stretched his hand out, right?
Yeah.
But what he did this time around was he went with his shoulder. So the point I'm trying to make right now is you don't invite that kind of decision to be made on yourself as a defender. That's the reason why a lot of defenders put their hand behind their back. He didn't. He didn't. Exactly. Honestly, I wish I could. You know what? Let me see. Let me go on Twitter right now and see if I can look for that image, and then we can just put it on here quickly.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can put that image on here. Arsenal, Burnley Arsenal. Yeah, Burnley Arsenal. Let's see if we can put that on. Burnley Arsenal hashtag. If I do that, I should be able to see everyone talking about the penalties on there. I'm pretty sure. That's probably what everyone is going to be talking about. Okay, right. So here it is, right? I'm just going to put it on the screen right now.
No worries.
Okay. So let's have a look at this. Check this out. Look at that guy's hand out. Just look at where his hand is. The guy's hand is literally out. It was outstretched. Look at this. Just look at this. Look at his hand. Look at his hand. I get the proximity, but look at his hand.
Yes. Yeah.
The rules have been made, right? You put your hand out like this. You are inviting. Look, don't get me wrong, right? We're human beings. I can understand that wasn't. It didn't. I don't think it was intentional, in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, but you don't put it that high, because
right? But your hand was out.
Yeah.
And you ran into the ball because Pepe was trying to dribble him, but he put his hand in the way. His hand stopped the movement of that ball. His hand stopped the progress of that ball going forward.
Yeah.
You've stopped an opportunity for us to be able to score a goal with your hand outstretched. Yeah. So PGMOL are now coming out and saying that because of the proximity? Are you mad?
Because it wasn't like it was blasted at him.
Exactly. Are you mad? Look at that. Look at that. I'm looking for a better. If I can find a better. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Is even better. Look at that. Look at that. Do you know what? I'm even gonna change my mind now, right? I actually said that he didn't know what he was doing. This looked like someone that actually knew what he was doing. I could be wrong, but this looks like someone that knows what he was doing. Look at that. He stretched. He leaned forward. Can you see the picture? He leaned forward.
I can see it.
I mean, let me zoom in on. Come on. Nah. The zooming is not working. Nah. This is all I can do. Look at that. He leaned into the ball. He literally leaned into it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop this ball with my hand outstretched. So, honestly, like I said, right? Obviously, the question here is, are Arsenal fans still angry? And looking at this actually makes me even more angry. I'm not even going to lie. It makes me more angry.
It does. But at the same time, though, we have to, have a siege mentality. It's like, let's have a mentality that by default the referees are against us. Let's do what we can do. And we still have the opportunity to make it 2-0 up. Stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah, it is frustrating. It is frustrating today and stuff. But I think it's the line of results that we have next. I suppose, if I have to put it in context, if you had told me between Leicester and Burnley we'll have 4 points, I would have taken that before, the start of that run. I would have thought, get a point at Leicester and beat Burnley. So we still got, I think sometimes this is why sometimes when the emotions are obviously have calmed down a bit, and obviously you've had a drink or two, you can go like, okay.
Like I'm having now.
Yeah, you can go and say, okay. In reality, if you had told me, okay, you've got Burnley and you've got Leicester, if we had gotten 4 points out of 6, I would have taken that. Because we would have thought, okay, we'll get a draw at Leicester and beat Burnley. It just happens to be the other way around. So
yeah, but I hear what you're saying, right? But after you beat Leicester, right?
Yeah.
Look, listen, yeah. Apart from that mistake, right, from Shaka, right?
Yeah.
I would say I enjoyed the performance, especially when we were trying to score.
The first half, but not the first 20 minutes of the second
half. Do you know what? The second half, right? I don't know what came over West Ham, because West Ham were all over us. They literally decided to come at us.
Oh, you mean Burnley?
Yeah, Burnley. Sorry, I just said West Ham. Sorry. I meant Burnley. I don't know why I was thinking about West Ham. I really don't know why I was thinking about West Ham. Yeah. I mean Burnley.
It's momentum. It's simple. The football is played by momentum, because you got to remember, in that first half, they were dead and buried. They were thinking, let's just keep it just to 1-0. But once you get that goal, you have the momentum. So Arsenal's heads are dejected, and they get like, wow, we've managed to get in this game. Hence why they had the momentum in the second half.
So where do you see us going from here this season? Because obviously Arteta has come out to say that we are far. And you can pick from what he was saying. He said we're very far from where we're supposed to be. And he was also claiming that he needs to add quality to the team, which simply means he doesn't rate a lot of people in the squad. And
I mean, speaking the obvious. I mean, we all know this. I think Arteta knows that obviously he hasn't got the players to play the football that he wants to do. But obviously, he has to be careful because he doesn't want to demoralize them. Because obviously, he has to work with these players. But a lot of these players that we have will be gone. You know, like I can see Bellerin's going to be going at the start of the season, start of next season. Who else? Ceballos, I can see him going because I think we're going to get an upgrade. El Nenny's going to go as well, and I feel like Lacazette will go as well.
You think so? Because they asked Arteta that question, and he said they were going to look into his contract situation. That obviously he's happy here, blah blah blah. Do you think he's going to leave?
Yeah, I think he's going to, because he has to be. You have to play the politician. You see, you can't come out and say yes, I want to start Lacazette at the end of the season, because obviously you want to keep the guy motivated as well. Because think about it, the guy we're going to go with, whether we like it or not, is Aubameyang, because he signed that mega contract and stuff. So we have to obviously recoup some money and stuff. So if Lacazette's playing well, it's more of a case of him not playing his way to a contract. It's just more of a case of his price tag going up, and I can see him being sold at the end of the season.
It's a bit a shame though, because I actually think there's something that Lacazette brings into the, and I feel sorry for him obviously because of Aubameyang. Like I said, right, I just wish, imagine we could combine the skill of Lacazette and the skill of Aubameyang into one player.
Oh no, exactly.
What you're gonna have right now is gonna be like an Ibrahimovic kind of player, a player that can score goals, a player that can hold up play. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, if you look at Ibrahimovic, that's what Ibrahimovic brings to the table. That's what Ibrahimovic is known for. In football, he can hold up play if he needs to hold up play, and he can score goals as well. He is what he is.
And he can score all sorts of goals. He can score from crosses, not just running between, like running behind the defenders. He can also cross. Tierney's doing those crosses. He can bang in the goal. Because let's face it, Aubameyang can't do that.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Aubameyang impressed me with some of his runs today. Yeah, and I was happy about. I mean, he usually makes some of those runs, but I was happy about the fact that the likes of Shaka saw him twice today. And this is the thing about Shaka that frustrates me, right? Sorry, I'm digressing now. Everybody now has totally forgotten about the good that he did in this game, because
I think the problem is that
the over-the-top balls he gave were fantastic.
You know what I see Shaka as you're from a big family in Nigeria, I presume.
Well, it depends on what you mean by big.
Yeah, but let's say you're part of a big tribe in Nigeria, but you've got that one black sheep member of the family, because he's got such a bad reputation. No matter how good he does, so he could do like a streak of a few good years, and does one bad thing, everyone to remember. Oh, I told you, you're always going to do that. And unfortunately, because of Shaka's past mistake, he's always going to have that stigma with him.
Do you know what? You're totally right. I think you've taken a word out of my mouth. You found a way to describe the situation with Shaka, because it's so difficult. If I come out now and say I want to defend Shaka, it is so difficult to defend him, even if at all what I'm saying is the truth, right? No one is gonna listen to me. Like I can come in and cry and say, you know what? But Shaka gave some good over the top balls today, right? Literally, he created 2 goal scoring opportunities. People will be like, shut up! Stop talking nonsense. Shut the hell up, man. What are you saying? This guy gave away a goal, blah, 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 blah. People are literally going to go at me and they're going to eat me raw.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah. That's what's going to happen. And I don't know. I've just always tried to balance out my arguments. This is the thing. But it's difficult.
You always try to be, this is why I like talking to you. I don't think I could talk to, with all respect to Lee Judges and stuff, because he flip-flops so many times. 1 minute is like, yes, a man, no, get him out of the club. And I'm like,
I think he's just passionate. That's the thing. I think what happens with him is when he's just passionate there, all his analysis goes out the window. He's just like literally, he's passionate, right? And he just forgets about, all that, all the goods, and he just goes in on the people and all that. I think I know. But if you think about it, then when you see him on other shows where he has to like settle down, calm down, analyze,
That is a fair point. Do you
understand what I'm saying? So I think that emotion at that point in time, he can't be bothered. And this is what I'm saying. So imagine imagine at that situation when Shaka made that mistake. Just imagine for 1 minute, right? Shaka made that mistake, and I go and tell. Imagine I tell Claude, for instance, I tell Claude, but Claude, I know you're angry. I know he messed up, but what about the 2 balls that he gave over the top? Claude is gonna eat me raw.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
For a while, they're just going like, we haven't qualified for the Champions League and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's so difficult. But honestly, that VAR call, that handball, honestly, it is still haunting me till now. Like, I mean, Arteta had to go out and say someone needs to tell him what a handball is, because obviously I don't think anyone knows. Even the refs, I don't even think they know anymore. Because whoever that VAR is today, whoever that guy is, that VAR that's sitting there in front of the computer, that guy needs to be probed. That guy needs to be probed. But do you know what? Instead of talking about Arsenal, let's even talk about the defense of Burnley.
Yeah.
I made a joke in my head, right? If we needed defenders that are going to draft into the army, they should go and carry those players in Burnley. Because the way, honestly, those guys, they should go and join Voltron. When they're making Voltron the movie, Defenders of the Universe, right? They should just pack them together and make a movie out of them. Because forget about, honestly, those guys defended with their lives. They were that guy that used his shoulder, the same guy that used his shoulder that that should have been awarded. What he did there was proper. That's what you call. Just reminded me of John Terry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Honestly, bruv, that defense was good. I kid you not. Yes, I know we had the chances to score. Ceballos hit the bar. Pepe hit the bar. Oh my God. Those chances that just went. Oh my God. Do you know that shot from Ceballos was a wonderful shot, though? The one that hit the bar.
But even when I've actually looked at it, you actually know there was actually a defender. So even if he had even got the shot a little bit to the left. You mean
inches? I think it would have gone in.
No, the defender may have even saved it because there was a defender.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Watch the goal again.
Let's see if I can find. Let's see online if I can actually find.
The gap's actually quite small. So even if Ceballos had the ball had gone a little bit an inch towards to left. There was a defender on the line that might have even saved it. So if you look at it, I saw that I was watching the replays again. I was following.
You felt even if it had gone on target, you felt the defender would still have stopped it.
He may have. There was a good chance he may have blocked off the line because they're very good at that.
Honestly, I'm not. See, kudos to them. I don't even know who they give the man of the match. I don't know whether it was a Burnley player. Because honestly,
I didn't really care. I didn't really care after the stuff.
Anyway, it was look, it's one of those games where we just say, you know what, shit happens, we move on. There's nothing we can do. We can't kill ourselves.
I'm disappointed, but obviously, like any other game, you want to sort of look at the positives and stuff. And let's face it, we are creating chances. It wasn't like the beginning of the season whereby we weren't doing nothing. The thing is, we are creating chances. And I'll be more concerned if we weren't creating chances, not missing them. I'd rather we create chances, miss them, than not create chances.
Yeah.
And so it kind of gives you hope that it's okay. Arsenal can. We just need to be more clinical.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? And Arteta said something about decision making. For instance, what Shaka did there, and what Leno, and I'm not gonna take Leno is not gonna get out of the woods for me. I'm sorry, because myself and Epic, we had a proper argument about this after the game. Mossy Boy 2 was on, and we were just, arguing about this. And Leno is not going to get out, because this is what decision making is. Decision making for me, right, is all about. It's all about putting into context the situation when you are with the ball or off the ball. When you are in the ball, how good you are in risk management also tells how good you are as a player. Because risk management in football is determined by you saying to yourself, okay, obviously, the weight of the pass to Shaka was good. There's no doubt from Leno. The weight of the pass was good. I'm not going to blame him for the weight of the pass. But it wasn't more about the weight of the pass. It was about, was that the appropriate pass to give, considering the situation and considering how close the defender, the Burnley attacker was close to Shaka. That's how you determine the risk management.
Yeah, and you have to remember, though, I think the mistake is that, and I think what caught Arsenal out is that Burnley were playing with the front two. Because normally, if you're playing with the front, if Burnley, because most teams play with just one up front, so it's easy to do that pass. But when you got two, you're like going, "Oh my goodness, I've already got two already closing on me." So that was something that should have maybe Lam should have had in mind. You have to remember.
Honestly, I will have cleared that thing out. Personally, when I saw that thing happening, I was telling myself, "Bro, clear this thing out." That's what I was. Honestly, I wasn't gonna be doing all that nonsense about playing out the back. Playing out the back is you need to know when to play out the back. That's all I'm saying. You can't. When I saw that thing, I was like, guys, please and please, I beg you, play out the back. That's literally what I was telling myself. Play out the back. Sorry, not play out the back. Kick the ball out.
Yeah.
Kick the ball out. And now Shaka has taken ownership, obviously. I think many fans are going to be happy about that. He's taking ownership. And he said, I think this is what he said on his tweet, saying, "I hold my hand up for their goal. I'm sorry for the mistake. That's football. And right now, I feel just as frustrated as you all." Obviously, people should understand this guy's not going to be happy. I hear people saying he doesn't care. How can you say there's no... Listen, there's nobody... Sorry, go on.
No, I can understand that. It's a bit like when you're the black sheep of the family and everyone thinks you don't care about the family. You just because you were caught in a bad situation, your reputation precedes you, and I think that's what's happened to Xhaka.
Because what's going to happen right now, he's going to be thinking to himself that, okay, you know what, this is me. This is me that everyone doesn't really... majority of fans don't like me, and I made this mistake. Do you think this guy is going to sleep well? It's not going to sleep well tonight. It's not for this guy to go on his Instagram and say this guy is so, because it's the same thing with what happened to Ceballos when Ceballos gave away that ball in the Europa. Imagine we had not won that game.
Yeah, he would have been slaughtered.
He wouldn't be happy. And from what Arteta was saying about Ceballos, right? He was saying Ceballos would definitely not have been happy because he knows him. He's so passionate. He's so passionate. He hates to lose. Like literally, he's not gonna like himself that night. And it's the same thing. Imagine that time that Terry messed up in the Champions League final. In the penalty. Do you understand what I'm saying? The person that had the greatest reprieve that day was Ronaldo, because Ronaldo missed his own penalty as well. Cristiano Ronaldo. So imagine when Cristiano Ronaldo missed that penalty and then Terry was supposed to be the last man to win the game and then he messed up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to look at it from the human angle. There's nobody that wants to be hated by everybody in the world.
Yeah, but you have to remember those players got credit though. Xhaka's credit is really, really poor. He's got overdraft plus overdraft. And I think, so that's the problem with Xhaka. Xhaka hasn't got credit, So no matter what he does, it's like a bucket. So, but it's like a bucket with hose. So even though he does good things, it's still leaking because I'm still thinking, oh, Xhaka did this. He got sent off against Burnley. He has cost us. I think there was a stat that was shown today that he's
goals. It's errors leading to goals.
Yeah, leading to goals and stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's errors leading to goals.
It's always going to do that as well. And I think there was a game against Brighton whereby he let them have a penalty. I think this was when Emery was in charge, and that cost us the Champions League. Do you remember? So that there's a lot of thing, and there's no way he's going to shake it off no matter what he does. I think even if he was to, let's say, score in the North London derby and score in the UEFA, we got to the UEFA Cup final, he scores the winner, they still wouldn't trust him. They say thank you, but that's it.
Do you know what? People have actually been sending chats. I've not been seeing the chats, unfortunately. Right. Okay, I don't know what's wrong. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that there were some chats on there. You see, Akuma, you're keeping me so busy. I didn't realize there were some chats. So let me see if I can get that on the screen quickly. I can see a few people saying some things in the chat. Let me just see if I can get that on the screen. If I don't have issues with this streaming software. And I know that Claude doesn't like this streaming software, but listen, it is what it is. I didn't realize.
Game, man.
Sorry?
You gotta get with the game. You gotta get with the game. You gotta get with the game, man.
Let me see if I can put the chats on. Hopefully, I can get them on. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, there's an issue. There's an issue. Let me just see if I can read them from my phone. Arsenal Manic, how you doing, Arsenal Manic? What's good? What's good? I called it yesterday. We're not we're not winning. Whether it's the ref's decision or wastefulness. This Osman Ali. Osman Ali. Do you know Osman Ali said this yesterday, right? Yeah. He said we're not winning. Whether it's the ref's decisions or wastefulness in front of goal or defensive lapses, we are incapable of stringing together a run of wins. Bro, you're harsh, man. You're harsh, Osman Ali. I swear to God. Do you know what? If you guys want to come in, by the way.
But that's our point, though. That's been our problem. It's been consistency. We're just too inconsistent.
I mean, but yeah, inconsistency is led to by something, isn't it? Something causes inconsistency. The question is it the quality of the players? Because when you talk about quality, you're talking about everything overall. You're talking about decisiveness of the players. You're talking about how intelligent they are on and off the ball. But when you look at everything overall today, apart from the mistake, right? Put the mistake aside, right? If you look at everything today, would you say we did everything we needed to do to win the game? If I ask you that question.
I think we had enough chances to do it. We had enough quality to do it. But we just weren't ruthless enough. Because obviously, as you know, goal changes the narrative of a game. If Shaka gets that second goal, Burnley are thinking to themselves, we're going to get thrashed here. And the heads will go. And it will be like a West Brom game whereby we'll probably win the game 4-0. Yeah.
Or the Leeds game where we're just scoring goals.
Exactly. That's the thing. The difference with those games, we were clinical with our chances. We're just not clinical now. And if you're
so do you think Pepe should have done a bit better with his chance that he had? Because he was kicking air at some point.
Who's that? Pepe?
Pepe, yeah. When he came on, he kicked air.
I believe he should have, you know. I think the second one, whereby the guy hit his shoulder, I think he couldn't have hit it any better. But I think the first chance he had, he should have. You know, some people believe that he was caught in two minds whether to use his left foot or his right foot. That's what probably messed why he messed up the shot.
Ricardo, how are you doing? Arteta out now. Oh, come on, man. Don't start this, Ricardo, man. Don't start this, man. Arteta out court.
It's the problem with when results don't go our way. These things start coming up. Arteta out, this out, you know, and stuff. Like I said, I'm giving Arteta to the end of next season. Then if we're still relying in 10th, then I might say okay, maybe time to go. But I'm still giving it time because I still think there's something that Arteta is building. You know, I can see the framework, the core that he wants to do, and I trust that he will get it right. Because you got to remember now, he's an experienced manager. He'll know what to do. So next season he's going to be a far better manager now. You know, because he's getting experience now in real time. And this is some of the things that our fans are not sometimes are not seeing. They're just thinking, the Arteta that we've seen that's going to be the same Arteta for next season. I don't believe so.
It's not going to be the same, is it?
A lot more ruthless next season. You know, because he thinks to himself, I do not want to go through what I went through. We went through that bad run between November and Christmas. Ever again.
Yeah. So just one thing. Anybody that wants to come in, like I said, the link is right there. If you want to come in, the link is right there in the chat and is also there in the descriptions. You can come into the Discord and you can come talk. We've pretty much done all right. We've been here for 50 minutes now. Let me just pick some comments and then you can respond to a few comments, right?
Yeah, sure.
Claude here. Sure. Claude says we need to cash in on Shaka. What's your take on that?
If we can get a better replacement, why not? Only if we can get a replacement.
Okay. Arsenal Manic, big up to yourself as well. Thanks a lot. You just came here to give likes and support Tade. I really appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Any little helps. Any little like helps. any little one view.
I don't like your page. Sorry, I forgot to say that. You always say like and subscribe.
Like it. Come on, like it. Right. What's okay? They're chatting between themselves here. I'm sure it's Claude. Okay, man. Today the internet. Relentless is asking, is Gabriel Martinelli still alive?
Here we go again. You're putting your hopes on a 19-year-old. Give the guy a chance to grow, man. When everyone says Martinelli, what would Martinelli would have done differently? let's face it. Let's look at the context of the game. You know, we're 1-1 and we're looking to get a winner. You're gonna play strikers that are in form, and the people that were in form at the time were Lacazette because he scored last week, and Pepe.
And even Willian as well.
The same fans will be going, why didn't you put on Pepe and Lacazette? They're the ones who scored. You know, why are you putting so much pressure on the poor kid?
And do you think Willian was justified to start? Obviously, he gave the assist, even if at all the assist was a simple, to be honest, Aubameyang didn't work there. But whether we like it or not, he has the highest assist in Arsenal this season.
It's funny that happened. I think it was great for him to start because you have to remember, Arteta's looking at it. He's looking at the next run of games. Burnley is the easiest game, so I'll probably play Willian. Willian plays well. He deserves a second chance, so I can see why he justified that. I don't think he'll play William against Olympiacos, though.
You don't think so? You'll be surprised.
I doubt it.
You'll be so surprised.
We'll see.
Honestly, you'll be so surprised. Where's William's picture here? Let's talk about Shaka, right?
Yeah.
Apart from the miss, what did you feel about his performance today?
Like I said, Saka's going to have ups and downs. Sometimes we forget this, that Saka's only 19 years old, and especially with young players, their form goes up and it goes down, you know, and stuff. And I think I'm hoping that Saka's form doesn't go through a bad patch, but you know what? Saka's built so much credit with Arsenal and stuff that I can excuse him for a few bad games.
I was pissed off with him today, you know, because I bought him in my fantasy, right? I bought him in my fantasy this week. He was the only player I transferred in. So I was literally gunning for him to score. So when he missed that toe poke chance, I was fuming. You know, just seen me right here on my sofa, man. I was going start craving mad. I was like,
I don't play fantasy football, man, because it's too much stress. There's already enough stress watching Arsenal.
Do you know what I mean? And then to make matters worse, right, Akuma, he then got a yellow card. And that's a minus.
And he never gets you yellow.
Do you know what I mean? And the first time I have Shaka in my team on fantasy, he screws me over. He gets a yellow card. He misses chances. I was angry, man. I was angry with him. He's my boy, yeah? He's my boy, no doubt. But I was not happy.
Yeah, this is why I don't play fantasy football, man. It's too much stress.
I was not happy. What's Claude saying? Claude is calling me. Let me. Claude, did you realize I'm live? Yeah, let me pick up. Hello, what are you saying? Hello, Claude. Look at this guy calling me and put hello.
Is he calling you on Discord or is he calling you on your number?
He's calling me on WhatsApp. Claude, in case you're watching this, right? You just called me, and I can hear myself in the phone talking.
And he's live.
Oh, no. He knows I'm live.
Oh.
You guys are not serious, man. Where was I? I saw one comment just now. Hey, Sentiment FC. Sentiment FC said the guy behind by the VR computer will be on the pitch next game. Are you serious? Who's the guy behind the VR? I don't know the guy behind the VR. Who's the guy behind the VR?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. Do you know what? This is another thing I need to start checking. I need to start checking. What's Claude do? Claude keeps... Sorry about this, guys. Claude, I am broadcasting, for God's sake. Hello? I'm actually doing a show, you know. I'm doing a show and you're calling me right here on the show. I didn't see you in the waiting room. Claude, you're not in the waiting room, man.
He doesn't know to...
Okay, Claude, take it easy. Sorry. But you're not in the waiting room, Claude. I swear to God, you're not in the waiting room. Can I send you the link? I'm gonna send the link, right? Claude is not in the waiting room. You're not. I can see the app right here. You're not in the waiting room.
I can confirm as well. You're not there.
Exactly. You see, someone is actually... You're not in the waiting room, Claude. I don't know if you're using this right. You're not in the waiting room. He just called to scream at me. I swear to God, Claude. Claude, you are not in the waiting room. Honestly, I need to sit down with you, man, and show you how to use this thing. I really do. You're not in the waiting room, Claude. I can't see you in the waiting room. click on the waiting room and I will be able to see you. I can't see you in the waiting room right now. That's why I haven't got you in. I can see you online. What you need to do right now, Claude, I can see you. You're online right now. You are on Discord. What you need to do right now is click on the waiting room. Just click on that waiting room on the left-hand side on the menu. Click on it and I'll be able to see you in the waiting room. Right now, you're not in the waiting room, so I can't get you in the show. That's the only way. The only way I can get you on the show is if you go into the waiting room. You're not in the waiting room. You're on the app, but you need to click on the waiting room. Yeah? Claude really hates this app, man. He really, really hates it.
Well, like I said, if he wants to, he has to adapt, man. That's the world we live in now.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. So he just sent me the text, right? Claude, this is not the waiting room. You're not in the waiting room. That's the waiting list. Ah, right. He's in the waiting list. Nah. You need to come into the waiting room, not the waiting list. That's the difference. Go out of the waiting list and go into the waiting room. Okay? They're two different things. The waiting list is a text room, not a live room, not a voice channel. You need to click on the waiting room and then you get into the voice channel and I will see you. You are in the waiting list, not the waiting room. I can see Joe. Joe just got into the waiting room right now. Let me see if I can get Joe on.
Yeah,
you don't mind? I think you guys are familiar with each other. I don't mind getting people that are familiar in the live room. Joe, do you want to come on? Let me get Joe in. Yeah?
Joe.
Hello, Claude.
Is he here? Joe's in the waiting room, so...
It is not, you are in the waiting list.
He's probably saying, what's that about?
Go to the waiting room, Claude. Go to the waiting room, Claude. Not the waiting list.
What's that about?
He's just getting angry. Let me bring Joe in. Hello, Joe. How you doing? Hello. Joe, you're on mute, by the way. And don't tell me you're at work because he's calling from America. I don't know why he works every day. But Joe, you're on mute and I can't hear you, but you are live right now. So if you want to say something, say it. Okay?
Howdy.
Yeah.
Hello, Joe. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I had that same problem. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Claude is having the same problem I had in the morning. Remember, it was telling me that the link, and then it was taking me to another place.
Yeah, but that's different though. That's different.
Until Epic showed me how to get to the waiting room. That's why he's probably having a problem.
So the thing is, Epic.
I even called you too.
Yeah, but I saw you in the waiting room though. I was able to get you in. Let me just send this to Claude again because I can understand. Claude doesn't really like this app, but do you know what? Let me see if I can just send this to him right now quickly. Anyway, Joe, how you doing, by the way? You all right? Hello?
Yeah, Tade,
Joe?
I'm good. It's good. I'm good, Tade. It's like 2 in the afternoon here in California.
What time? What time is it?
2 in the afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. So what's good? Have you recovered? Have you recovered after the game?
Come on, man. This guy Shaka, now he wants to apologize. I thought he leaves. He shows what's on the pitch. Now he wants to apologize. My play does my talking.
So you're telling me? Go on.
Remember, they asked him why he hasn't apologized when he told the people F off, and the other time he got the red card, and he said because I let my play do my talking. Then why are you apologizing now?
So are you saying? Wait, hang on a minute. Are you saying he shouldn't apologize? I don't understand what you want. Are you saying he apologized now? What do you want exactly from this guy?
Look, I told you, man. No matter what Shaka does, he's done.
Tade.
I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, if I tell you, me and you were working today together, right, at a work, and I keep messing up, and then you tell me, oh, Gio, this and this. Next time tell me, oh, my bad or whatever, and I'm gonna tell you, nah, I'm not telling you my bad. If I mess up, I don't care. I'm gonna let my work do the talking. Then I should never apologize.
So what you're saying
That's why.
essentially.
That's
So
why
what you're saying
everybody.
essentially. Sorry, go on.
Everybody on Twitter, that's why they're laughing at him because they're saying, "Oh, now you see he doesn't know what to do. Either you're gonna apologize or don't say you're never gonna apologize, and that you let your work speak for itself."
But I don't see a problem with him apologizing, though, if you ask me. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
but
see a
he looks
problem.
like a
Apology,
hypocrite type.
because he feels sorry. He feels sorry for himself. And let's be honest, anybody can make mistakes, even if at all his own mistakes are astonishing. He's made 8 mistakes that led to goals. And this was what I said earlier about the kind of mistakes he makes, right? He makes them in the wrong place. Now, if you go back to this game, do you guys realize that Partey got dispossessed and lost the ball 3 times in that game today? Do you guys know that? The same Partey that we call a Rolls Royce. Do you know he actually lost the ball 3 times? He gave 2 balls away, misplaced passes, and then he got pushed off the ball and the ball got stolen from him. Now, the question is he going to do the same mistake in the same situation where Shaka was? Probably not. Maybe that's why he's a bit better. But the point of the whole matter is Partey too has been giving away the balls. That's all I'm trying to say.
But I told you this, Tade, and you laughed at me, and you said that
I didn't laugh at you.
Vieira lost it. Yeah, you said that Vieira lost the ball like that. I've been telling you, he's been getting bullied, and he's getting bullied by Burnley. Like, I don't understand if you're getting bullied by Manchester City, by Liverpool, by Chelsea, but you're getting bullied by Burnley.
Wait a minute. Did you see the clip? Anyway, this was Cristiano Ronaldo against Arsenal. When he was in Manchester United. Did you see what Cristiano Ronaldo did to Vieira, uncle? A lot of people forget.
Yes,
now,
I understand.
But even Roy Keane that is just making a hell of noise all over. I remember the game against Bolton when JJ Okocha was in Bolton. Did you see what JJ Okocha? Sorry?
JJ Okocha was a baller, though. See, that's what you don't understand. He was a baller. He had skills. But you're getting by somebody that all they do is park the bus, Tade. That's even worse.
Yeah, all I'm trying to say is, if you look at the way Roy Keane goes about his business and talking, it makes it look like he's never made any mistake in his career.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guy goes on.
Do you see the argument he had with Jamie Redknapp on Sky?
Yeah. I saw that. That was an interesting watch, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think it was personal? Because I think I think the reaction from especially Jamie Redknapp sent a little bit OTT that there was something boiling over.
I think maybe he just looked fed up. This guy is always talking down on us. He's always acting like he's the best. Blah blah blah. I'm sure I read up in his mind. You can see from he was really angry. He was angry.
I was a bit surprised because Redknapp's not. I know he likes Tottenham, but he's more associated with Liverpool than he is with Tottenham. I'm thinking, why?
He was a Liverpool player as well, isn't it? So yeah. And you could see this guy. What's the guy's name? The presenter telling him to calm down, to cool down a bit. They could see that he was. They could see he was really, really angry.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, do you know what? I don't know what's up. No, Claude direct message me here. I don't know. I don't think Claude wants to come in again because I don't know. I can't see him in the waiting room. Sorry?
Yeah. If he was gonna come, he would have come by now.
No, but the thing is, I can see him on the app. He's online, right? But I just can't see him in the waiting room. Anyway, let me look for some comments here again. Stop waffling. Stop waffling, Tade. That's from Claude. How am I waffling? How exactly am I waffling? Do you know what, guys? By the way, just so you know, guys, the Claude and Tade show is going to be on this channel on Monday. It's not going to be on Claude's channel. So just for you guys to know, we're going to be doing it every alternate week on both channels. And this way, it gives you guys the opportunity to come on my channel and subscribe as well, for whoever it is that loves to subscribe. And, we're just going to be doing it on both channels. So please tune in here, 8:30. I think that's going to be during the... Is it West Ham? I think West Ham game. So 8:30, make sure you guys tune in on Monday. And definitely, I'm sure we're going to be talking about this game on there. All right. So, where do you guys see us in Europe? Do you think we're going to be do damage? We're going to be able to do damage to Olympiacos? What's your take on that?
I think over 2 legs we can beat definitely Olympiacos and stuff. It's just whether what Arsenal turns up.
You think so?
Yeah, it just depends on what if we take our chances and stuff. But I'm not necessarily thinking if we're playing someone like AC Milan, I would have been like, "Whoa, that's a bit scary." But Olympiacos, it's winnable over 2 legs. So and
you do realize Olympiacos was the one that sent us packing last season.
Yeah, but I think that game was one of them flukish games because we won the first leg at Olympiacos 1-0. And 9 times out of 10, that actually sent you through to the next round. Yeah, and it just happened. I don't know what happened to us at the Emirates that we just sort of froze. But I still think if we were to play that game again, I think we will do it. So,
Joe, what's your take on this, Joe?
I mean, see, that's the thing that we were saying with Mossy Boy in the morning, or morning my time, that we don't know. You know, I said like if they put the pedal to the metal like they did today for the first 20, until Burnley scored that gifted of a goal, because you know Shaka his new name is Santa Claus, because he's giving up all these gifts. His new name is
Santa Claus.
Cause he's giving all these gifts away.
The gift that gives given.
Yeah. And look, and we're barely in March. He's 9 months ahead. But no, but I say if they play.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing. Go on.
If they play how they played in those minutes right there, and they score the goals, cause Shaka had one that
Honestly, I'm still pissed off.
Yeah, but I mean, if they score their chances, then yeah. But like me, Mossy Boy said in the previous stream, if they don't do that and it's 1-0, then that's when the pressure sneaks in, and then that's when David, Luis, and Shaka can give up a gift, because they're basically gonna start.
So, I'm just gonna go back again. Sorry, I just saw a chart here from Sentiment FC. Going back to that mistake again, right? And Gio, I think you might want to talk a bit more about this, right? What Sentiment FC is saying, right, is the mistake to that goal was Mari passing it back to Leno in the first place. I don't know about this one from Sentiment. Do you agree with that?
No. Now they want to blame everybody except for Shaka. Why does everybody love Shaka?
What? Hey, are you saying Shaka is the only person that you're gonna blame for that scenario?
No, like I could understand. You know why I don't blame Leno? Like we said in the previous, he asked for the ball. If you're asking, I know I got your point that you don't throw the ball, but he was looking at him to get it. That's why he apologized. He knew that he made that mistake, and that's why he apologized, because he knew, and he tried to be cute. And then that first touch let him down, and that's why he gave the ball. But I wouldn't have done that. I'd rather have booted it out for a corner kick than than to try to do cute. Because right there, not even the best passer could get it through right there. Because Chris Wood, he's big. He's a big frame.
Okay, so Relentless here is saying that we won't get into Europe next season, Tade. So how will we get any good players? What's your thoughts? I mean,
I think sometimes we forget that Arsenal's still a big name, and stuff. And look at Partey. I think he's from Ghana, as we know. And let's face it, in Africa has a very, very high Arsenal fan base per se. So I still think our name can still attract players, especially living in London. So even if we don't get in Europe, Professor Black can go, you know what? Arthur could do some stuff here. So I still think we can attract not the top players, because I don't think that should be our main aim. I think we should be looking for good bargains out there that we can develop into top players. That's what should be our aim in the transfer market. You know.
It's interesting you say that, because I remember there was an interview between Fabrizio and I think it was Turkish and Lee Judges, and I think they were asking him about what people feel about Arsenal out there, and he actually said that a lot of people still see Arsenal as a very big club, and they'll be willing to come to the club, no doubt. So I kind of agree with you on that. I kind of agree with you. Because at the end of the day, we're still a big brand all over Africa, all over everywhere. We're still,
Yeah, I think that's what brought Partey to us as well. Because you got to remember, we weren't gonna. Why would he leave Atletico Madrid, that were challenging for the Champions League and for the for La Liga, to join a mid-table Arsenal side? It's the reputation, and he's probably deep down an Arsenal fan himself, because he's probably watched Arsenal and thinking, "Wow, I want to play. I want to play for that club." As well. So I hope we still carry some weight. I mean, sometimes we forget that. We look at it in Arsenal, not in Europe. We're not going to attract. I think sometimes we don't realise that we do have a good reputation among players. But sometimes players don't necessarily look at that. They just say, okay, can they get into the Champions League? And they go like, it's possible. Yep, I will join them. I think I can make this team better.
Okay, so there's another question here. Ricardo is saying Partey is overrated. Do you agree with that?
It's just the typical reactionary. It's just a reactionary statement. When Partey has a bad game, we say stuff like that. So, and Partey's gonna have bad games. I remember Patrick Vieira.
But is he overrated though?
No, he's not overrated. No, Partey has been, really, it's been is a good signing. He's a fantastic player. And you have to remember, he's just coming back from injury, isn't he?
But is he up to the level of? Do you see him as a player that can reach the level of, and this is a question to the two of you, right? Do you see him as a player that can reach the level of Vieira?
Of course, definitely.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know about that, man. Joe. I think Vieira is levels above him, because he's a bit more physical.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what, Tade, he's never gonna reach that level, because look at his age. You know?
That's a very good point.
No. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much more could he grow in these next 4 years? I think he's about 28 years old. You know, I'm not calling him old and stuff, but, the Prem, those legs go out fast. Look at Alan from Everton. Look at him. He had a good 4 months, and then his hamstring went, and he was out for 2 months. When you're 30 and up, the speed and pace of the Premier League will eat your legs alive.
Okay, fair point.
Because remember, Arsene Wenger, he got rid of Vieira when he was 29, right? I believe.
Was he 29 now?
He said that he was getting close to 30. He said, and
he didn't like old players for some weird reason.
Yeah.
I hear you on that. Sentiment FCA is talking about Partey. I think I mentioned this already. He said he gave the ball away 3 times in 90 minutes. So how many times did it lead to a goal? How many times did Shaka give the ball away? I hear what you're saying, but whether we like it or not, if Shaka had given away the ball same number of times that Partey had given it away, I think we'll not hear this till next year, because we're gonna be hearing all sort of insults.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I told you, Shaka unfortunately is a black sheep member among some Arsenal fans, because what he did at the Emirates and over the years and stuff. So I feel for him though, because even if he was to have a good run of games, scored the North London derby, we reached the UEFA Europa League final, and we win, and he scores the winner, we'll still won't forgive. We'll say, thank you, but goodbye. That's what we'll say. So I think for his good, I think he should,
Sorry to interrupt you, boys. I have done a miracle.
What happened?
I have managed to put Claude on the waiting room. I have managed to put Claude on the waiting room.
Good. Yay! All right, let's get him in. Hello, Claude.
There's Claude. Oh my God.
Claude.
He's out again. You see? He's gone out again. He's probably pressed something. Stop pressing anything on your phone. Stop pressing your phone. Just leave it. He's gone out again.
Stop.
Just don't touch anything. Leave it. Don't touch anything now. Claude. Oh God, he's gone out again.
I made a miracle, boys. I called him.
Hello, Claude. We can hear you.
Hello?
It's interesting you say that, because I remember. I can hear myself, Claude. Can Can you put off the YouTube before you start having a go at me? We can hear myself in the stream, Claude.
He actually said that a lot of people still see Arsenal.
Hello, Claude. Okay. I'm gonna put you on mute, Claude.
So I kind of agree.
Don't have him mute him. Don't have him mute him.
Yeah, because I can hear myself in the stream, so I have to mute him.
Yeah, bro, you're in. Yeah.
You're live.
You're live. Claude, you're live.
Oh God.
Claude.
All right, I'll let you chat with him or something. Put him on mute while we go on the show.
I'll put him in the waiting room.
You guys can talk in the waiting room. All right, so Relentless, how are you doing? Yes, I'm trying to read the comments, Relentless. I can't put the comments on the screen today. I'm having issues. Honestly, I'm having technical difficulties. I need to refresh my computer. I have issues with my computer today for some weird reason. So I don't know what's going on. And I had issues with my internet as well. So anyway, thanks for the support, guys. All of you that have actually come here to support me. I really appreciate it. We're going to be... yeah? What's up?
You know how Kuma says that Arsenal needs to be smart? Do you think do you feel, not just saying because Partey has had a bad season with an injury, do you think you guys should have went after Decore, who's been able to play the whole season?
I love... Oh, my God.
For 25 million.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
24 million or more for Partey?
Joe, I totally like this question, right? Last season, there was this video on AFTV back then. I think that video made it in the Kenya headlines. I was so angry. That was the game against Fulham. No, was it Fulham? Not Fulham. That was the game against...
Yeah, it can talk now.
Can he talk now? Yeah, just before he goes ahead with saying anything, right? I'm just trying to answer this Joe's question. So...
Oh, no.
Jokoru was someone that I've always admired, right? And what pisses me off, right, about Arsenal is it's almost like the undervalued players that play in smaller teams in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Look at Sadio Mane. Klopp was smart.
Yeah.
You don't just look down on players. Look at the quality of the player. They could be playing in a small squad. Look at Klopp, how intelligent he is. He got Mane and Van Dijk from smaller teams, Southampton. Look at where they are today. Arsenal is fond of going out. They have to go for... It's not about going for big... Yeah, I'm sure sometimes they get some... Do you understand what I'm saying? So, Dekoru is someone I've admired for a very long time. And Ancelotti was very smart about it. Ancelotti saw this guy and said, this guy, I want him. And he's a very good player. So if I had Dekoru, I would have gone for him straight up instead of Partey. I'm not saying I don't want Partey, don't get me wrong. But imagine I had problem with money. I would have gone for Dekoru.
Yeah.
I would have. You know? Anyway, Joe, Epic. Just so you know, Joe is out of the room again. I can't see him. Hello, Claude. Can you hear me? Claude.
Oh, my day.
Okay, let me just text him. Let me text him because
tonight, man.
He's actually... I don't even think he knows he's actually live. This is the thing. Because I'm probably going to...
Why does he keep disconnecting? Stop. Oh, my days, man.
Okay, I don't know. Since we can't get him in, we'll probably...
on here?
Finally! He's gonna... Do you know what?
Send him a message.
Yeah, do you know what, Epic? Go out and sort this out so we don't, disturb the people watching it live and all that. I'll let you sort it out. Joe has actually gone out as well. I'm not sure what Joe is doing out there. Anyway, just quickly, I'm just reading that comment here. So Relentless Gunnar here. No, not Relentless. Relentless Gunnar. No, is it Relentless Gunnar or just Relentless? Relentless is saying Africans love Chelsea and Arsenal. I totally agree with you on that. Because when I was growing up in Nigeria, you need to understand something. People fight because of football. And when I mean fight, I'm not even kidding, right? I remember when I was in school, we had a lot of Barcelona fans and Real Madrid fans. The El Clasico, right? It gets really dangerous. It gets really, really dangerous. You need to be careful not to step on people's toes. You need to be careful what you tell the fan. It gets really, really dangerous. And we had a lot of Arsenal and Man United fans back in Nigeria. Obviously, as Nigerians, many Nigerians gravitated toward Arsenal mainly because of Kanu. Nwako Kanu was one of the main factors.
That made me an Arsenal fan.
Exactly. So it made many of us Arsenal fans. It was him coming, from Nigeria, playing for Arsenal, and a lot of us just gravitated towards it, And there were the Man U fans, and then we also used to watch a lot of Spanish football back then as well. So we had a lot of people that were supporting Barcelona. We had a lot of people that were supporting Real Madrid. My housemate back then was a Real Madrid fan. I wouldn't hear the last of it. And then the Chelsea fans started to grow when Mourinho came to Chelsea. For some weird reason, the Chelsea fanatism grew again for Chelsea in Nigeria. So, Africans, and this is one of the reasons why someone like Dangote, for instance, Dangote is also Nigerian. So you need to understand that the guy loves Arsenal because he's an Arsenal fan.
I think he's better.
Epic. Anyway.
I might have to call it a day. It's not
we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna call it a day very soon because
I've lost hope. I've lost
Call
hope.
it out again.
No, it's still in, bro. It's still in. I just lost hope. You can't even hear me.
I think the problem is when you try to use. I think what Claude is trying to use the app on the phone that gives problems. When you use the computer, it's more stable. So we probably need to maybe crowdfund a laptop for Claude for him to use.
let me just get on with the show. All this thing about trying to get Claude, I think we'll probably just have to leave it up for another day.
Sure.
Right, so just a few things here that I want to talk about. Tofa here says something that isn't a goalie taught if in danger, get it out. And this is a question for you, Akuma, because you're a goalkeeper. You've played for. Now he said he has the vision to see the danger. He should have booted it out, even for a corner if need be. It's really on both of them. This is what we're talking about here. I agree with him here. And I just wanted to reiterate what you said earlier about this, because I think I agree with Tofa here. What's your take on that statement?
I mean, like I said, traditionally, what I've been taught, like I said, I came as a goalkeeper through the 90s and obviously through the 2000s, and you're always told, if in doubt, kick it out. But because football's changed now, we've adopted the Guardiola model of playing from the back. If you've been told by your manager, I want you at most times to play it from the back, you're going to do that. So I think it's the philosophy that Arsenal have adopted, you see. So it's hard because let's say I was playing for Arsenal and I did that and it didn't result into a goal. Do you think Arteta might say, you didn't follow my instructions, I'm going to drop you?
I think what Arteta would tell him is he should use common sense. Because I don't think Arteta is stupid enough to tell you that every single situation you find yourself, pass out the back. That would be the most stupid instruction any coach is going to give a player. Because it simply means that even if a defender is right in front of you, still give a pass. It doesn't make sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to use your discretion. It's almost like saying Arteta is telling any coach generally is telling the goalkeeper always catch the ball, even if the shot is as hot as a fireball in Mortal Kombat.
Fair point.
Catch it.
Fair point. Yeah.
It's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't like it when a lot of pundits say, "Why can you catch that ball?" Not every ball is catchable.
It's not every ball that's catchable. The fact that someone like Martinez has kind of set a standard, because I'm not gonna lie, Martinez is a very good catcher of the ball, right? No, how many goalkeepers do you see catch? There's some balls that Martinez catches. I'm like, how did he do that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
not...
but also you have to remember Martinez has got a great height with him. He's got a stock about him and height at the same time. Whereby Leno has the height but doesn't have the stock, you see. But Leno's catching was good today. It was on point today, I thought.
Okay. All right. So just a few comments and then we're gonna call it a day. Tofa here says, I mean, we were linked with Lamptey, Basuma, and Bundia. They are smaller teams. Could go for Anthony Robinson from Fulham. Do you know what? You actually have a point that we're linked. But how many times have we gotten those players? Some of these links, we hear all these links right, left, and center. But how many times have we really gone out to get players from the? In fact, let's look at our history. I mean, since I've been following Arsenal, obviously, how many times have we gone out there to pick? Sorry, Joe.
No, look, like Akuma says, you could get gems. When Arsenal got Henry, he flopped at Juve. When Arsenal got Bergkamp, he had a hard time at Inter. And Vieira, he couldn't then get into that great Milan team. So like, where has this fan base said we need superstars? We need a Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. When you guys have always built the superstars.
Yeah, but this is the reason why Arsenal fans were angry with Arsene Wenger in the first place. They wanted made players. They didn't want to be building team anymore for other teams. This is one of the problems. This is one of the problems Arsenal fans were complaining about. Guna. Hello, Claude. You all right? We can hear you, by the way. No, I can't hear you anymore. Anyway, sorry, go on. Apologies, go on. You were saying something, Akuma? Or Joe?
No.
Talking to one bloke for fucking half an hour.
You're live, by the way.
You're live. Oh my days, man.
Anyway, Akuma and Joe, what were you saying? Apologies.
No. I think there's gems out there.
Yeah,
there's gems like Akuma said, and you have to pick them right. Look at Slen Visnatet. He was brought in for that, and I think that's where the board failed because, he went to Stuttgart. I know it's not the Premier League, but he was in the second division.
Sorry, Epic. Stop. You're live, yeah?
Yeah, I know. But I'm just gonna say, just a suggestion. Just call him personally after you finish with those two people in the guest. Just add him as a friend, and then just call him personally. Because when I called him, you could hear him perfectly. So
is it?
Him.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
I'll
call
do that.
him Discord.
All right, then. I'll do that right away. I'm gonna call you next, Claude. Okay.
So just add him as a friend, though. Just add him as a friend.
All right. Yeah. No problem. All right, Joe. Sorry, what were you saying, Joe? Apologies for that.
No, basically, y'all guys missed the boat on Mislintat firing him and not having whatever discussion that they had because he took Stuttgart, who were in the second division, to like a European spot in like 1 year and a half of recruitment. He was getting gems. He got Guendouzi, but and then he wanted to get more gems, but and then the whoever was in charge of the board at that time wasn't agreeing with this thing. There's a lot of gems to be had in the world. How do Red Bull Salzburg and Red Bull in Germany always get these gems? They have like 4 great defenders.
I suppose
they all bought them for like less than 2 million.
So let me just answer a few things there, right? In terms of Swerve Mislanta, that's one big mistake. Obviously, you've said it. That's one big mistake that Arsenal made. And till today, I'm very, very unhappy about how they handled his situation because obviously, Gazidis promised him something, and Gazidis left. He promised him he was gonna have the role of Edu. I think was it Edu or Raul Sahenli before he left? And I think when he went to Milan, he lost the opportunity to be the head of recruitment and all whatnot. And he became a glorified scout. And he wasn't happy about being a glorified scout because he felt it was better than that. Do you know what I mean? And that's the problem with Arsenal, right? We didn't have a structure. Everything was handled by Arsene Wenger and his crew back in the days. Now they're bringing in this new structure, and then whatever it is that Gazidis promised for Miss Lantard, he didn't get it, right? Now, 2, what my problem is the fact that how many times in history under Arsene Wenger have we gotten players from the English Premier League? We hardly.
And to be fair but let's be fair to Arsene, when he's tried it, like you remember the Jeffers and the Richard Wrights, it hasn't really worked out for us, has it?
Because the recruitment was crap.
Yeah.
Because the recruitment was crap. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Claude, I'm gonna call you.
He did try it later on towards the end of his. Remember, there was a British core that he brought: the Ramsey, Kieran Gibbs. Who else? What's his name? He played today as well. What's his name? Chambers.
Mm-hmm.
So he did try it, but it just didn't tend to work out as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hear what you're saying. I honestly hear what you're saying. But at the end of the day, right? I just feel that we failed a lot in that recruitment side of things, and I kind of hear what they're trying to do. They're trying to fix things, okay? So just maybe, eventually we're going to be able to get to where we need to be, but people need to be patient about it.
Yeah,
Just
and I think that's the problem with. I think the problem is, especially with the newer Arsenal fans, that probably Arsenal fans that came alive maybe when we won the first double in '97 and in '97, '98, and in 2002. We haven't seen Arsenal struggle, you see. So maybe more old school fans that obviously when what's his name? What's that? I have memory loss now. George Graham. When he left being Arsenal manager, Arsenal were in a state, and we haven't seen those bad times. Hence why we lose so much patience as well. But I can see this is, but we are building something. I can see the core of the club is being built from the top. We're using young players as well, so I think our future does look bright.
Okay. All right. You know what, guys? I'm going to try and put an end to it so that I can I'll call Claude now. I think Claude tried to call me, but I can't pick it. Yeah. If I picked it, you guys would be out of the room. So, Claude, I'm going to call you in the next 2 minutes, right? So just any last word from you guys. Akuma, any last word from you?
No, I just want to say, obviously, frustrating result, but I suppose, it's part of the teething process. I still believe Arteta is the right man for the job. And obviously, can't wait for Thursday. I still think Arsenal will get a good result on Thursday. So, yeah, we'll take it from there.
Okay. All right. What about you, Joe? Any last words?
I'm glad that Thursday's game is at midday over here. It's not at 4:30 in the morning, and hopefully, Arsenal get this W, man. Hopefully, but hey, I just going off topic. Did you see Kelechi's reaction when they scored the goal?
Yeah, it was really mad. I think he was saying exactly what
Lads, to finish it off, because I think Kroos is getting very impatient here. So I'm just gonna say the final word before Taddy leaves. All hail the Banter Club.
Oh, get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care, people. I'll get Claude in now. Cheers. Bye. All right, let's see if I can call Claude. Hello, Claude. I'm calling you right now. Let's see if I can get Claude in. Hey, Claude. Claude, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Well, what the hell's going on with this rubbish tonight?
I don't know, man. I think you need to...
No. I was in the waiting room. I was in there. And all this crap is all this... Listen, you've got to get a better system than this. It's not good enough, mate. It ain't good enough.
You were in the waiting list, Claude.
You want to run things professionally, you've got to run it properly, man. You can't be doing this stupid thing.
Wait, stop screaming. Stop screaming on me right now. Stop it.
Anyway, let's talk about what you want to talk about anyway.
You never know what you want to talk about. You just get...
I'm not doing very well, so come on, what is it?
You're not doing very well. You're screaming at me. Anyway, all right.
Anyway, you called me and I don't know what you wanted. What did you want?
Oh, okay. I saw you.
3 hours of my time. This is my time. You're lucky.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize your time was that precious, Lord Claude.
Yeah, no, but you're lucky I'm not charging you for 3 hours. 3 hours of my time. You're lucky.
Oh, my days.
£100 an hour for my.
Oh, please. All right, let's get straight to the point, yeah? And I know you have a lot of negativity to tell me. So tell me, today's game, who was at fault entirely? Was it Shaka? Was it Leno, or the both of them?
No, what's entirely, we didn't put our chances away. Put our chances away in the first half, we wouldn't have had any of that bullshit. But anyway, Xavy, I don't know what he was doing. Actually, don't blame Leno. If it weren't for Leno, he was our best player. He kept us in the fucking game. 3 brilliant saves in the second half kept us in the game. So let's not have a go at Leno. And I'm not his biggest fan, as you know. But I thought he was our man of the match today. I don't know why people are moaning at Leno. He's given him the ball. It's not his fault that he's given the ball. What's he doing, passing it to him and go? Has he got no brains or what?
See, this is who are you talking about now? Are you talking about Shaka or are you talking about Leno?
I tell you what, no one's picked up on this, right? And I'm going to stand out. I don't care how much money he's worth, but Thomas Partey was very, very poor today.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. Everyone is saying he had a good game. He was poor. I don't know what people are watching anymore. He was poor today. Yeah.
I don't. So here's the thing, right? He gave away the ball 3 times that I could count, and I said it on here. I said it myself on here. He gave away the ball 3 times, but after I gave away the ball, I went on Twitter, and people were calling him a Rolls Royce. So I think what people focused on, seriously, that's what I saw online. People were calling him a Rolls Royce.
It was more like a Skoda today, mate. Rolls Royce. Where you getting? Who's coming
I'm serious. So would you have taken? Okay.
You've been talking to DT.
What do you mean I've been talking to DT? I'm telling you what I saw.
Is this where you get it from?
What? Wait. This has. What are you even talking? What are you even talking about? What does DT have to do with anything here? I said I saw something online. You're bringing DT into the conversation. What does DT have to do with this?
That flip-flop judges, one of them.
It wasn't one of them. I just saw Twitter. I look at Twitter. Different people were saying things. Even one of the commentators said it.
Did you hear what Ty said? He said there's been a big agenda against Arsenal.
I didn't watch the interviews today because I was actually on my live. Remember, I was having issues with my internet. In fact, I was supposed to do an interview, but I couldn't because of my live.
You're live today, mate. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, you want to get yourself a proper internet, mate.
Yeah, don't blame my internet now. Let me just pick a few comments, right?
Well, you would use BT, wouldn't you? I mean,
that's my company. Leave my company out of this, okay? Leave my company out of this. Emmanuel Lawoye, how are you doing, Emmanuel? What's good? Arsenal fans want to win. They want quality players in the team. Most people don't care if you make them or buy them. Just have them. The problem is when you choose to patch average players together. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with this. Do you agree with this statement? I'm just gonna read it out again, right? Arsenal fans want to win. They want quality players in the team, right? Most people don't care if you make them or buy them. Just have them. The problem is when you choose to patch average players together. Now, I'm gonna say that first and foremost, when they bought Rob Holding, people weren't too happy when we bought Rob Holding, right? Do you think Rob Holding, for instance, has been a total disappointment, or is he just an average player? Because I don't think he's as bad as the way people are making him to sound. Rob Holding.
He's what he is. He's a championship player. That's what he is. He's not really he's not good enough. Another one that's not good enough, mate. Unfortunately, we're not really playing. I mean, Gabriel's okay, but I don't know what's happened to him. He's been taken out of the team, hasn't he?
You mean Gabriel the defender?
Yeah. Hey?
You mean the defender, Gabriel? Yeah.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I thought you were talking about Martinelli, Gabriel Martinelli, because
I would say Martinelli, wouldn't I? I would say Gabriel, wouldn't I?
How am I supposed to know? Do I know if you talk like Ty? Ty calls all the first names.
Well, that's Ty, isn't it? No, Ty is one in not million, 1 in 10 million, isn't he? Ty. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I don't think there is a human being like Ty in the whole world.
There's no human being like you as well. Everybody is unique in their own way. There's no human being like you that comes on my live and hauling all sort of insults on my head and screaming at my internet.
I think this school is one of the worst things they could.
You just don't know how to use it, Claude. Everybody has come on here. Everybody has come on here except you. Everybody has come on here. Joe has come on here. Akuma has come on here.
As for your VAR, it's not
okay,
VAR.
So about that.
VAR should never be allowed anyway, but referees in this country are absolutely useless. First of all, the first penalty, all right? It's in the new law, which is not out yet.
Till July.
That's not a penalty. But in the law that it is now, it should have been given. But apparently now they're coming out with this another thing, that it's because he was close to proximity of the player. Yeah. And that's why it wasn't given.
Which is stupid.
Then they should make these laws clear. because it's ridiculous. Because every week there's a different law. I don't even think the referees know the proper laws.
I
really
agree.
don't think they know. And this is the trouble. We have poor referees. We don't need VIR if we have good referees. I'm going to suggest here, this is my suggestion, right? And this is my theory. We should go like when the Premier League came in, we imported foreign players into our game to improve our game, yes? Correct? Yes. I think we should do the same with referees and put pressure on them because at least then they know they've got competition and I think it should be mixed and with foreign referees and English referees. And if they're not good enough, they get struck off. Like Mason should have been struck off already. He should have. I'm surprised he still got his license after the other day. He should not even have a license. Never mind.
So
anyway,
so you said something interesting about the new law, right? That they said accidental, because the new law, just for people that don't know, the new law for handball. Let me just say this, right? Hang on, Claude, hang on. So the new law, right, for people that don't know, which is going to be in effect in July, 1st July, is an accidental foul, or should I say an accidental handball that leads to a goal will not be ruled as a handball anymore. Now, the question I have for you, Claude, is how are they going to define what is accidental? The reason I ask this is because this particular thing on the screen right now, some people interpreted it differently from others. Some people said it was deliberate, that he leaned into the ball. Some people said his hands were just out and the ball hit him. So it is too subjective.
On that decision, it's got to be the referee's decision. What he sees with his naked eye or whatever he sees, he's got to give that decision because it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. Because in VAR, they agreed with the referee there was no penalty and they didn't call it back. They didn't even ask him to go to the screen. So what you've got is two referees making the same decision. So it didn't make a bit of difference. So VAR did not help in that matter. On the second incident, right, the referee shouldn't have needed VAR because it's clear, and I'm not being funny, a fighter, I mean, I think, how can I say? Even Stevie Wonder would have called that one. right. Let's be honest. Right? Even Stevie Wonder would have called that one. Right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Which one are you talking about now? Just to be clear, is it the one that he gave a red card for, which was in the handball, or
the one? And by the way, they should have had a penalty as well. By the way, they could
when?
Have had a
How?
penalty.
When? How?
Yes.
The Shaka one. The Shaka one.
Yeah.
The Shaka one.
The Shaka one. You know, when
he didn't touch him. He didn't touch him.
He didn't touch him, but
they did the replay.
It was exactly like Louise. He didn't mean to, but
No, Claude. No, Claude.
So
they showed the replay. They showed.
I'm gonna watch it on Match of the Day again. So
watch it again. Watch it again. He didn't touch him. The guy clipped his own self. He didn't touch him. If he had touched him, that's definitely a penalty.
All right. Anyway, let's forget that one. But that one on the line, the one on the line where it clearly could hear, you could see it's nowhere near his in his arm. How the referee blows the whistle and gives that is a joke, an absolute joke. That's the one that was the joke decision. He should. I can't believe he gave it, and he's immediately put the red card out as well.
But Claude.
It's nowhere near his hand.
Claude.
This is what I'm saying.
Claude, hang on a minute.
You don't even have to go to VAR.
Claude, did you?
To VAR because I'm sorry, if a referee can't see that clearly, right? In fact, if he thinks it's a hand, he must be seeing things. And even if he can't see it, right, and he's not even sure of it, he shouldn't be giving it anyway. He can't. Don't tell me.
I agree with the latter.
He's looked at that and said that's a definite penalty without hesitation. That's a disgraceful decision, absolute disgrace. And then the VAR have actually overall. He didn't even have to go to the camera. They told him. That's how embarrassing it was. That's how embarrassing it was.
But Claude, can't you give him the benefit of the doubt that listen, that shot from was it Pepe? It was a very hot shot. And it happened within
It
a
don't
twinkle
matter
of an
how
eye.
hard it is. If you're blind, how can you give that a red
What
card
I'm
with
saying, is,
no.
listen, Claude, listen.
Sorry.
What I'm
Well,
saying,
I'm
right?
sorry.
Can I freaking bleeding talk? Can I
They can't have
talk?
proper medicals because they can't see. If they can't see that, they're not having proper medicals. I'm sorry. Right. If you go in a car, you can't see a 10 yards or a certain distance ahead.
But
You fail your driving test, and you should have They should have tests like this for referees because if he can't see that, he shouldn't be there.
But they usually, according to what I read, right? I'm not.
You know, you're winding me up now.
How am I winding you up? I'm trying to talk. You're not letting me talk. How am I winding you up?
I'm not well at the moment, and now you make me start coughing again.
Is it my fault? I asked you a question. Is it my fault? Are you gonna put the blame on me?
Anyway, listen, I'm gonna go because I'm not.
Listen, no, hang on. Before you go,
I'm gonna give you my man of the match today, Bernd Leno, 9 out of 10, perfect.
Hang on. Before you go. Do you know what? I'm gonna let you go if you're tired. We're gonna make sure that you guys tune in on Monday. Myself and Claude are gonna be up on Monday. Hopefully you're gonna be well, and we'll be doing it on my channel, the Claude and Saturday Show. I'm sure we're gonna talk more about this because obviously this is something that a lot of Arsenal fans will want to hear about, and we'll have to talk about it obviously on Monday. So anyway, I'll let you go now because I know you need to rest. It's gonna be same time, 8:30 on Monday, because there's a West Ham game, but it's not a big game, except you want to watch it.
The Chelsea game, isn't it? Chelsea.
No. The Chelsea game is before that.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh right. It's a big game because it could. I mean, we still can catch them, can't we? I know we can't.
No. Hang on. Do you know what? Let me just check it. I think it's West Ham that is playing. Let me just check it now quickly.
It is West Ham Leeds. It is.
Yeah, it's West Ham Leeds. So except you want to watch West Ham Leeds, we can reschedule. But
no. 8:30 you do 8:30, but don't keep me for 3 hours. No. You know what I mean?
Anyway, talk to you later, Claude.
Don't want no stupid birds either. Don't start bringing stupid birds on there either. All right then. And another thing is, I don't want to see you in that bloody apron. We're running a football show. You don't look good. All right.
Just get out of my channel, Claude. Good night. Right. Get out. Shoo. Bye. Oh my days, man. I can't take this guy seriously anymore, man. Anyway, where were we? I'm just gonna read a few comments here and I'm gonna call it a day because I need to go to bed as well. So hey, James Dunlop, what's up? So James Dunlop is talking about our recruitment. He said your recruitment has been shocking for a while. You spent money but not wisely. My club has wasted on so much crap since we've had investments. That's an Everton fan there. Tofa, our recruitment only recently has been a bit better, but we forgot to get rid of the dead wood and it added up. We need a bonfire. I totally agree with you, Tofa. I agree with you. 33 points left up for grabs and Europa. I'll be sitting back and seeing what happens with this popcorn emoji. Do you know what? I'm not even going to lie. Yeah, I was actually thinking we should be able to still make it into Europe, right? But I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit too optimistic. But with this kind of games and this kind of mistakes, we just keep shooting ourselves on the foot, you know? And yeah, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Claude is pissed. Yeah, he's always pissed with me, man, for some weird reason. I don't understand. Claude's funny. Yeah, Tofa. Partey was definitely poor, but it's been nice if he had a competent partner beside him regularly. Listen, I hear what you guys are saying, but we have to call a spade, right? Partey gave away the ball too many times today. And this is not the first game he's been giving away the ball. Partey gave away the ball several times today. If it was any other player, we will be ripping into them. So let's be a bit balanced with our analysis of these players, you know. So Sentiment FC is saying Tade 3 times isn't a lot when Bruno loses the ball 20 to 30 times a game. Fred 10. 20 times Rodri 5 times. Really? Really nitpicking to boost? Nah. I'm not trying to boost. Come on, man. I'm not trying to boost Shaka. What are you on about? Saying I'm trying to boost Shaka, nitpicking. No, I'm not trying to boost Shaka at all. I'm not trying to boost Shaka. What I'm simply trying to say is players give away the ball. That's my point. And don't forget that Partey is also a defensive midfielder. You can't be giving away the ball as much in a game. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, don't twist my words. Don't twist my words. Tali, you have an agenda to defend Arteta. It has nothing to do with agenda, man. VAR, very atrocious, very atrocious refereeing. I'm just gonna pick a few comments. I'm gonna call it a day, people. James Dunlop, in my opinion, ex-players should control VAR. They know how the game works better. Do you know what? That's a good shot. That's a very, very good shot. Because I think they understand a bit better what's happening in the players' heads. I mean, they won't be getting 100%, but at least they can have a better understanding of positions of players, where their hands are, how the body movement actually occurs in the 18-yard box, all that sort of stuff. So I kind of agree with you on that. I do. So far, unnatural position and its interpreted flow of play. I feel it was a handball, but I'm as lost as the next person. Yeah, I feel that ball was a handball. Definitely a handball. Hey, Randy, what are you saying, man? Hey, Tade, do you think Leno was equally at fault for putting Shaka in the situation? I believe so. Saw the clip back and Pablo Mario was telling Leno to kick the ball forward. I love what you've just said now. I didn't even see where Pablo Mario was telling him. So I've said this already. I even said it on my tweet, on my Twitter account. As soon as that happened, as soon as we scored that goal, we considered that goal, I said it on my Twitter. And I said, the whole world is picking on Shaka right now. But what was Leno doing? I said he should have kicked that ball away. You can't put a player under pressure like that in that situation. So as far as I'm concerned, both of them are to blame. Now, should they be blamed in equal proportion? Probably not. I would say more percentage of the blame might go to Shaka, but Leno is not void of any blame. He is also to blame, probably at a lower percentage because the weight of the pass was good, but he saw the danger. He saw the players behind Shaka. He saw all the Burnley players that were actually pressing the other players. So I feel that he should have done a bit better. He should have hoofed the ball. If I'm a goalkeeper, I would have kicked that ball out. Trust, I would have kicked it out. So yeah, it is what it is, people. Listen, people. Oh, again, I was just gonna finish up. But do you know what? If you can call in, I don't mind having a quick chat with you if you want to come in. If you're still there, we can have a quick 10 minutes because I was just gonna finish up. If you click on the waiting room, okay, I see you now. Let me get you in. Hello, hi Igor. You're on mute, by the way. On mute. You need to unmute. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you now. What's up?
Yo.
I was just finishing up.
I completely agree with you. Are you done or are you still live?
I'm live. We're live. I was just gonna wind up and then I saw your chat.
Okay, first things first. Today we found out it doesn't matter if we win, lose, draw, whatever happens, however we lose, however we win, there's a clear agenda. No matter what you do, Arteta's going to get the blame for everything. Okay? Granit Xhaka, either you love him, you hate him, whatever you think about him, you do realize that after a run of 5 games where he was perfectly fine, if he makes one mistake, once again he's the villain, right? And people were actually questioning the fact that he should have started. People are saying, why are you blaming Arteta for Shaka's mistake?
Really? Wait, hang on. Were people questioning why you should start?
Yeah.
Okay.
People have the audacity to say, why is Granit Xhaka starting? I'd rather play Ceballos. These people have, I'm telling you, bro, there's so much disillusioned fans in this fan base. It's ridiculous. Okay? And then on top of everything else, do you know there's people basking in the glory of us losing? Our own fans?
Really? Okay. To what end? What are they trying to achieve by? Doesn't add up. Yeah, it doesn't add up.
I don't
But
know.
listen, I hear.
The same people who are complaining that we're 10th are the same people who are saying, "Oh, I told you. Look at this fraud." Like, how do you want your manager to do bad? How do you want your club to do bad? To like, if you have a hypothesis, what do you call it, Taddy, about a team, and it's a negative hypothesis, and you support that club, would you want that negative hypothesis to come true?
Not really, no.
So then I'm so confused. Are these people fans, or are they just people who have footballing opinions
I mean,
they care more about their footballing opinions than fans?
I think. Okay, I don't. So here's what I think, right, Igel? Different people handle disappointment in different ways. Okay. Now there are some people right now, yeah. I think they want the club to go down so that the club can see how bad things are. Yeah? I can understand where those people are coming from. Okay? They feel that they don't want any paper over cracks anymore. Whereby, say for instance, we go on a run of 3-4 games, we win 3-4 games. Oh, Arsenal is back! Yippee! And then we lose games like this, or we lose, I don't know, 3 games, and then we go back down. It's not like a seesaw, like a sinusoidal wave, right? So I think what people want is some people, and I'm not that kind of person, because I really want us to do well. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people want them to really do badly, so that once they do badly, the club can say, okay, you know what, this is really bad. Maybe it's gonna be a wake up call. Okay. And then some people want the club to do very badly, just for them to be able to justify what they've been saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there are different ways you can look at these things. Okay. Now, there are some people that are going to look at it and say, Arsenal playing in 4 competitions is not good enough for them, because they believe they don't have what it takes to be able to handle 4 competitions. So, for instance, when the Carabao Cup, when the FA Cup, when the Premier League, when the Europa, and that way their mind is divided with a squad that is not good enough. Some people probably just want them to only play, for instance, the Premier League, just like Chelsea did, and focus on that. Whether that's good or bad, that's a different topic. Okay? So all I'm trying to tell you is the different ways people handle or see things. That's all I'm trying to say. If you get what I mean.
Now, Now let me ask you this. Genuine question, right? What is the point of having a conversation of Arteta in, Arteta out every other week? It's starting to get boring, right? As fans, why don't we, as fans, instead of having the same boring conversation about Arteta in, Arteta out, why don't we have a constructive conversation about why we're actually upset? Okay? Because if you look at it today, on the grand scheme of things, we didn't lose. We drew against a team that we shouldn't have drawn against. We
should have won, definitely. We should have won.
Yeah, we should have won. We lose 1-0 against Man City. We're upset because we lost, right? Right? We win against Benfica. There's people upset because we made it difficult for ourselves. Okay? In no place in this is there a situation where people are happy. I always, me as a happy-go-lucky guy, I always get told it's embarrassing when you celebrate a win. When are we not supposed to celebrate? When we lose.
I suppose what people really want. Okay, let me just be very clear with you, right? Do you know what people want? Do you know what most people want in Arsenal? What? They want us to be as good as Man City. They want us to be as good as Bayern Munich. So basically, people are looking at Arsenal in the lens of Bayern Munich and the lens of Man City. So they're looking at those two things. I'm saying that is the team Arsenal is supposed to be. Okay? Now, what people fail to realize, right? What people fail to realize is the fact that, I don't know if you've seen the interview of Pep Guardiola where he said they've spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you've seen that interview, right? He's literally come out to say that the fact that they've spent a lot of money is the reason why they're as good as they are. That's what he's literally come out to say. And he didn't mince his words when he said that. He said that. In case you guys are doubting it, go and look for it. Watch it, and then you guys can see that I'm not lying here. He said that the reason why they're that good is simply because they've spent a lot of money. Now, if they used average players, what he said is they might be able to win just one league. But for them to be able to win leagues back to back like they've done, you need quality players, and quality players, you require money. If you think about their defense, Man City has spent almost 300 million on defense alone. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's absolute. And guess what? He spent 50 million on Kyle Walker, spent 50 million on John Stones. Only this season is Stones really finding himself back into the team. Walker is being rotated with Cancelo. You look at Ruben Diaz that he got. You look at is it Ake Ake that he got? Ake is not even getting any chance to play. Do you know what I mean? So the point I'm making, right? He spent so much money, and he knows right now that money is gonna buy you quality. You can get some quality players without the money. There's no doubt, right? But money is gonna buy you quality. So I think many fans that are expecting us to be in Bayern's level and Man City's level, they need to ask the question, or they need to ask themselves the question, is the club willing to spend as much as Man City has spent? Do you think, or do you ever see Arsenal spending 300 million on defenders?
No.
Do you ever see that happening?
Let me return this to you. The people who are expecting us to be as good as Bayern Munich and everybody else are the same people who expect us to lose to Leicester. So I'm confused.
Sorry, say that again.
The same people who constantly bring up the fact that the fact that Ivan Gazidis promised us this and that, and they all promised us once we move from the Emirates that we're gonna be great and we're gonna compete with the top clubs in Europe, are the same people who constantly bring up the same things about the fact that we're gonna struggle against Leicester, how we're guaranteed to lose basically against Tottenham no matter what.
I guess that's just the reality.
My point is there's two sides to every story. There's this fan base has been split from since Wenger's days, and to this day it's still split.
Okay, the question is, why is it split?
What's happened is there's the two factions have now split into two different types of fans. One type of fan who's ultra pessimistic, right? One type of fan who's optimistic, and both sets of fans have now become either deluded or disillusioned. And the only way to solve it is if the club actually is good, run well, and they're winning games, because then everyone will be happy. Right now, no one's going to be happy, because if we win a game, people are going to say, "Oh, it's just Leeds. It's just."
So don't you think? So Igor, if I can ask you, don't you think it just takes a little bit more convincing? I think what these kind of people want is they need to be convinced, because
you can't convince.
Whether you like it or not, Igor.
You can't convince them. You can't convince them, Taddy. They don't want to be convinced. We beat after we went on the run against Chelsea. Everybody else kept going on the run. You know what they said? They said, "Oh, wait until the next game. We're gonna lose. Wait until the next game. We're gonna lose." Once we didn't lose for 5 games in a row, they ran out of a conversation to talk about. Then they said, "Oh, we lost the mid-table bottom half teams." Then we started beating big teams. They're like, "Okay, we beat Leicester." They're like, "Oh, we're supposed to beat Leicester. Leicester are a smaller club than us." This week we lose, and it's meltdown again. I swear to God.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. Let me.
People just want a meltdown for the sake of meltdown.
Let me turn the question to you, if you don't mind. Let me turn this question to you. Do you think this squad can do what Man City has done, winning back-to-back?
No.
Premier League.
This squad is not at that level, but this squad is surely at least. This squad is surely at least, if healthy for the whole entire season and did not make those errors and were given some good refereeing decisions, we could easily be in the top 4 position right now. I could name you probably. So do you believe in this?
Do you believe in this agenda stuff?
I genuinely do. Listen, bro.
How? I don't believe in that stuff. I don't.
Listen to this, okay? Look at the Wolves games. Look at the Wolves game. The red card for David Luiz, okay? That right there is not a normal red card. We know for a fact that's not a normal red card. Today, we should have been given a penalty. Am I wrong? Clear cut penalty. Clear cut penalty we should have been given, right? Shaka against Aston Villa. Nobody is going to catch Shaka in that kind of situation. He's clear on goal. The man took him out. That should be right there. Goal scoring opportunity, red card. Boom. That's another situation right there. At the beginning of the season, if you remember the Man City 1-1, there was a moment where Kyle Walker raised his boot so high that he almost kicked Gabriel in the head. You're telling me in another situation, if that was an Arsenal player named David Luiz raising his boot so high that Jesus almost gets kicked in the head. Facts, he's getting sent off. So I'm not saying that there's an agenda all around. I'm just saying based on the evidence and based on the fact that we've always been the favorites. When we face teams that are underdogs, we usually get decisions to go against us. And the referee does not want to give us the decision because we're already the bigger team. We already have the bigger name. So
Igor,
like they don't want to.
Igor, so you don't think this is just a coincidence for the mere fact that the incompetency in the refereeing department is just really high, and maybe that's one of the major reasons why it seems like a coincidence?
I honestly don't.
I think it's just incompetence. Seriously.
I don't take a poll. I don't take a poll how many times it happens against other teams, but I notice how often it happens against Arsenal, and it's not a joke. It's literally almost every week there's a decision that goes up against us. Even last week, I was pissed off that we didn't get 2 penalties. I wanted 2 penalties last week, not 1. We deserved 2. Tell me we didn't deserve 2 penalties last week. But no, we didn't. We got 1. Today, we could have had 2 penalty opportunities. Guess what? The second one was not a penalty. I agree. The decision was overturned correctly. But the first one was a clear penalty. Every single week it happens, bro.
Personally, I just feel...
I generally believe there's an agenda.
If I'm being honest, I don't. What I think is incompetence. That's what I think. I think it's just the incompetence which kind of coincides with the fact that we as Arsenal fans, we see these decisions being made against us a bit more. Now, what do I mean? This is just my personal opinion, and the reason I'm saying this is because I don't know if you saw the Fulham versus Tottenham game. Did you see that? Did you see the handball, the goal that they scored, and then they overturned the goal because they said, now, that was a very stupid decision, don't you think? That was absolutely stupid. Because the guy's hand was literally on his laps. His hand wasn't extended from his body. His hand was literally on his laps. The ball hit him on the hand.
There's different rules for attackers and defenders.
I agree there are different rules. What I'm saying is I feel that the referees in England, which everybody knows, are just too incompetent. And as Wenger called it back in the days, he said it back in the days that, listen, none of these guys were going to make it in the to the World Cup. And I thought it was right then. And because of this refereeing, I actually went online to start doing some Googling to find out if these referees actually visit the optometrics. What I found out is they actually visit, ophthalmologists? I think that's what they call them. So ophthalmologists, I think they're higher level than optometrics. They are deeper level. They look into the deeper details of the eyes, and they also train the eyes as well. So they know how to train people in how they can improve their peripheral vision and all whatnot. So these referees, according to what they've said, they actually visit these people. So if they're visiting these people, are they doing the right thing on their eyes? Because obviously they're making a lot of mistakes. And what pisses me off the most is the fact that you now have VAR. Sorry, go on.
No, clearly because he couldn't see that Pepe's one was a red card and a sending off and a penalty, but the other one, which was clearly a shoulder, he's like, you know what it is? It's not that they can't see, Taddy. You know what it is? It's the fact that they cannot put themselves in a situation where they want to be headline news. They as much as possible they want to avoid situations where they're headline news, because over the past couple of weeks we've seen massive names in the refereeing world taking sabbaticals due to illnesses, due to family being threatened, due to people having knee injuries out of nowhere after he made a mistake that cost Brighton a goal. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not calling out any specific governing body or anything like that, but the referees are bad. We know that, but it's not like the governing bodies are actually doing anything to make it better. They're covering up for them.
I think people have actually said that the referee should come and be doing interviews and be explaining themselves and their decisions, just like the players do, which I think is valid. I'm just gonna take a few comments here, and hopefully I'll be able to pick some questions out of it, right, for you. Just give me 1 second. Antoine Joseph, how are you doing? Tade Topman, great channel, my friend. Thanks a lot. Make sure you subscribe as well. Let me just see what Oluwole is saying here. So Emmanuel Olawoye, I keep freaking messing up your name. Emmanuel Olawoye, yes, Olawoye. That's why the fans are upset. They believe Arsenal is big enough to buy quality players, but I guess we need to realize Arsenal isn't. So this is in relation to what I was saying earlier about some fans believing that we should be at the level of Bayern Munich and Man City. And what Emmanuel is saying right here is that's why the fans are upset. They believe Arsenal is big enough to buy quality players, but I guess we need to realize Arsenal isn't big enough. Do you agree with that statement?
Listen, we as Arsenal fans, we do have the quality to buy players, but you know what? You don't need to go out and break the bank. You can, if you get your recruitment correct, you can find an Alphonso Davis. You can find players. There's currently a right back that plays for River Plate, Argentinian right back who could be the next the right back version of Roberto Carlos. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying go break the bank. Go find us. Go recruit the top talents across world football, and get your house in order by using your recruiting.
But we had swerved mislanted, and this is a part of the things we're talking about. The people in the helms of affair of Arsenal, how are they handling situations? We had swerved mislanted, who was one of the best scouts, or should I say, scouts in the world. We saw what he did in Dortmund.
I read a report from a scout who used to work for Arsenal for 25 years. He worked in North America, South America, and he did numerous games, reported on hundreds of players, and always told the club which players are priorities, which players are not priorities, which players he feels like could make it to the level immediately, which players would just be academy players. And for those 300 players that he did over his 25 years, they only recruited 2 of them, and he said he felt like he was being his time at Arsenal was being a waste of money. He was literally stealing money almost, because what they were doing, what he was doing as a job, was not a job to him. He was basically doing data analytics for 7 days a week, going to games, getting first class service, and not actually seeing anything in return from the club for the money and time they invested into him. So this is a well-known reporter, and he was speaking to Arsblog on his podcast about this. This was back in the summer. So when somebody's hearing, our own scouts that's been there for 25 years telling me he feels like he was nicking a living, how do you think I feel when I hear fans telling me, I don't want Ivan Toney because he's in the championship? You know what? I don't care if Ivan Toney's better than Lacazette. Go get Ivan Toney. I don't care if it, because look at Watkins. Watkins came from Brentford. Now we want him. So I'm saying to people, maybe it's time to actually look at actually shopping and being different with our shopping, because we constantly talk about, hey, we need to be the best team, get the best players. Guess what? We were targeting Max Aarons. He's in the championship. Certain people said, why do we want a championship player? Guess who wants him now? Bayern Munich. Are really? Bayern Munich a small club?
Really?
No.
Okay.
Not.
I didn't really know they wanted, to be honest.
Yeah,
okay.
Max Aarons is being targeted by him. Yes, Bendia. Nobody in world football that's of note is actually targeting Bendia, but Max Aarons is being
plays for
highly
championship.
targeted
That's why
from all sorts of clubs.
Plays for championship.
Yeah, yeah, he does play for the championship. But look, where did Conte come from? Second division France, right? Where did Roy Keane? What happened to Roy Keane before he went to Manchester United? He got relegated, right? There's players. Look at Jordan Henderson. His team got relegated. No, I'm mistaken. Sorry, I'm talking about Gini Wijnaldum and those guys.
I thought Gini Wijnaldum was it not in Newcastle? I thought it was in Newcastle. I thought it was in Newcastle.
Was it Gini Wijnaldum or was it Yeah, it was Gini Wijnaldum. His team got relegated.
Newcastle got relegated. Yeah.
So it's just.
Are you cooking or something?
Look at that. No, sorry, bro. I'm like moving around stuff in the house. I'm just fidgeting.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, we're gonna put it to an end. I'm
sorry for calling you so late, man. I should.
It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Anyway, I'm gonna. I've been here now for 2 hours 15 minutes, man. I think I'll probably call it a day for now. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Look, oh my goodness! There's someone in the waiting room. Oh my god.
Question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one
sorry,
question
go on.
before I go. One question. If you were able to ask the owner or Arteta or the players one question, it would have to be the same question. What would it be?
Why are you not spending?
Why are you not spending?
Yeah, like Man City. That's all I'm going to ask.
To the owners or to everybody?
As long everybody in there, that's the question I'm going to ask them. Why are you not spending like Man City or Bayern Munich? That's the only question I'm going to
To
ask
me,
them. I just want to hear. I just want to hear what they have to say.
To me,
Because
I think the question I would ask these guys is, the question I would ask the players, and the question I would ask the owners and everybody else is, what are their intentions? Because if their intentions are to win things, I'm happy. If their intentions are just to make just to make as much money as possible and just make a living for themselves, I don't want them at this club. And that's me saying this as a person who backs Arteta. If Arteta's just here to make a name for himself, I don't want him anymore. If he's here to genuinely try to win things for us, then I want him.
I hear you on that.
That's where I leave it.
I hear you on that. Someone is actually in the waiting room. I think I'm gonna take Bemiga. I was gonna go, but I just saw him in the waiting room now. He's calling from Nigeria.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, Igel. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Peace, bro.
Talk later. Bye. Let me get Bemiga in. He's calling from Nigeria, so I think I want to get him in. I know what it is like in Nigeria right now. Let me get Bemiga in. Hello, Bemiga. Can you hear me? You're live right now, by the way, and you're on mute.
Hi, Taddy. Can you hear me?
Hey, Bemiga, long time. How are you doing? As soon as I saw you, I was gonna finish up the show actually, but I then saw you in the waiting room. How are you doing? How is Nigeria? Is it very hot?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Actually, I think it's going to start to rain very soon.
Typical Nigeria.
That should go.
Oh my days, I miss Nigeria. I'm gonna be in Nigeria pretty soon, hopefully.
Yeah, when last were you in Nigeria though?
It's been 2018.
Oh, okay.
I came for a wedding, and I was just eating and drinking, and I was the best man in the wedding. Oh my goodness, you need to have seen me in that wedding, man. I was putting on my dancing shoes. I was doing all the boogie woogie. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I miss Nigeria, man. Don't even start. Anyway, let's get straight to the point. I don't know how much you've heard from most of it. Sorry, let me just say, James Dunlop, cheers to you. Talk to you later. Thanks a lot for coming on. There are a few comments I haven't read. I'm going to be reading comments while we're talking so that you can answer a few questions as well, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so what's your take on the game today generally? What happened in the game? What's your general take on it?
The game today, some people say that this game really sums up Arsenal's season, and I guess that might be true, right? We see the way we play, and we know for sure that we're better than we used to be. We see the improvements, we see the style of football, and we see that it's getting better. But the problem is, we just there's just, I don't know, I feel like we're very, at this point we seem to be a very unfortunate team, right? And that misfortune is sort of becoming our identity now. People just know that no matter how well you're doing, you're just going to do something to ruin it, right? And this is happening game after game after game. And I keep asking myself, when misfortune becomes your identity as a club, don't you really need to look into that and actually check out the data and see maybe there's actually no misfortune, maybe there's something that you aren't actually doing right? Because
that's a good
it
point.
Doesn't make
That's a good
sense
point
to me how there's always a mistake somewhere against Wolves, against Aston Villa, against Benfica. Why is there always a mistake? Why? I don't think top clubs make these many mistakes.
No.
We see them play week out. So why do we keep making all sorts of mistakes that cost us in the end? VAR aside, I mean, we can debate whether there's an agenda. We can debate about whether the refs are incompetent. But at the end of the day, we're not the only club in the league. Everybody gets decisions week in, week out, but people still find a way to win. If we didn't give away an own goal, if we didn't give away that goal today, we could have won 1-0, and we won't even be debating Arteta in, Arteta out mentality, whatever. We would just be celebrating our 3 points, and in fact, we're no longer 10.
You know what? You said something there. If I can cut you short here, apologies. You said something there which really struck me, and I really loved what you said about we questioning ourselves and trying to look into the problem, right? And I just thought to myself just now that you were speaking, right? What is the difference between a surgeon that has steady hands and a surgeon that doesn't have steady hands? The difference is one of them can perform an operation without failure, and the other one will be able to perform the operation with probably cutting someone's umbilical cord or something stupid. I don't know, just cutting the wrong organs in there because his hands are not steady. Now, what do
Right.
I mean, right? What I'm just trying to say right now is the difference between the top teams and the average teams is because the concentration is there the whole 90 minutes plus extra time. And that's one of the reasons why they're less prone to mistakes. Okay. While the average teams, right, they can play so well for say 85 minutes and then play badly for 5 minutes, and that's gonna lead to them losing a game. Now, what this simply means is, as a top player, you need to be less prone to stupid mistakes. Which simply means you could be very good. You could show so many glimpses of how good you are. But as long as you have those little mistakes in you, then as far as I'm concerned, you're not good enough. So
And
even
that's the
if,
truth.
yeah, you understand what
Yeah,
I'm saying, right?
Yes, I understand you perfectly.
So that precision, that attention to detail, that is what makes a quality player better than an average player. And it's like that in every single thing in life. My job is a sensitive job, right? For instance, yeah, my job right now, if I make a slight mistake in my line of job, just for people to know, I'm a network engineer, and I do designs, right? And if I make a small mistake designing how the internet should operate, for instance, I can bring the whole internet down if I just one line of code. Just one line of code, I can bring the internet down with one mistake in my design. So my attention to detail needs to be extremely high. So the difference between me and someone that is careless is the fact that I have attention to detail. I am very mindful of that just one little letter or character that goes missing. And the other person might be very careless. And if he does that, he has the potential to lose his job. It's the same thing with football players. Attention to detail is essential. So, I mean, I just wanted to say that because that's one thing I got from you about we need to look at
and you're
ourselves
correct.
as a team.
I was listening to, I think, I'm not, maybe I wasn't listening. Maybe it was Pipa who posted something on Instagram, and she just said that she has accepted that Arsenal is an average team. To be honest, we are an average team because these mistakes are the mistakes that an average team makes. You can't make these mistakes at the highest level of football. And it worries me that even the things because I'm a fan of this club. I want the club to progress. I want us to succeed. So I will never go into a game expecting us to lose, right? But I'm worried that even in the Europa League, I saw what we did against Benfica. We almost literally gave them the game. We will do these things again against Olympiacos because last season, the reason why we got kicked out by Olympiacos is because of Leno's mistake as well. Are we going to give Olympiacos another reason to knock us out of the Premier? I mean, somebody said that teams these days just, they just come to Arsenal and say, put some pressure on them. They're going to beat themselves. And it's so embarrassing to hear that as a fan. But you can't even defend your club because, this is really what they do. And so I don't like to get into Arteta out debates because I do think Arteta is a really smart manager. I think that he has good ideas, but there are positives and there are negatives to Arteta, and nobody can deny that. And one of the biggest negatives is that as much as you're building this team, you're improving the defense. Why have you not been able to get these errors out of your players? What exactly are people teaching their players in top clubs that you're not teaching these players? Why do they always lose concentration? And why do they always make these terrible decisions?
Do you think I don't know, man, there are certain things that people as human beings need to teach themselves. Honestly, a lot of people go on about, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this right now, yeah. Personally, I feel that the job of a coach is a bit overestimated sometimes. And the reason I say this is because once these players go beyond that white line and get on that green turf, right? You, as a coach, no matter the screaming, no matter the shouting on the sidelines, you are at the mercy of these players. Because, except you substitute, let's be honest, right? I watched one clip where Henry in his previous club was just screaming and screaming like someone stole his girlfriend, just screaming at everybody, saying that that's a rubbish pass, saying, what are you doing? That is nonsense. I don't know if you've seen it. It was circulating. It was crossing all his players.
Monaco, I think. When it was
was it Monaco? Was it Monaco or this new club? I think it was this new club. Anyway, whatever. Whatever club. Yeah, whatever club it is, right? The way he was ripping into these players, right? And they still lost the game, I think 3-1 or something. So, the point I'm making, right, is yes, you set up the team, you give them the tactics and all that. But you're not the one controlling their limbs. You're not controlling their head. You're not controlling their minds. You're not controlling their legs. You're not controlling any of those things. Some of them need to do their job. There is a reason why some people in school usually finish first position. Some people finish last. You look at the likes of Ronaldo, for instance. Every club that Ronaldo has gone to, people keep saying he's the first to get to training and he's the last to leave. Has he got two heads? No. No. So each individual should look at himself. What do you want to achieve in life? What's your end game? Do you want to be like Bellerin that focuses some of his attention on fashion designing? Or do you want to be like Ronaldo that focuses all his attention on his life and even the way he eats? Look at the way he eats is actually all because of football. Look at what he was telling his son recently online, telling his son that if you want to be like me, something of that nature, saying that you need to watch what he eats. The point I'm making, right, is self-reflection, right, is another very important attribute that every player should have. You need to self-reflect. Have I gotten to the level where I want to be as a football player? Have I attained the highest height I want to achieve as a football player? Have I done what is required of me for the salary I'm earning? Am I as disappointed as I should when I lose games? Am I fired up enough to be able to? So there's so many questions. Self-reflection is an important thing. So
true, you're correct, right? And you do make a valid point when you say that, like, the manager can't help you anymore once you're on the pitch. Once you're on the pitch, the players make their own decisions. And you're absolutely right. But I also think that managers like Pep, right? Because I heard you talk about Pep because I've been watching the live stream on YouTube for a little while.
Okay.
I heard you talk about Man City rather, and how they've they've literally bought it all, as we would say. They've spent a shitload of money and they bought quality players. But when I look at a player like Raheem Sterling, for example, we knew him at Liverpool. He always had that potential. But we know that the Raheem Sterling that has gone to Man City, he has completely evolved from the guy we knew at Liverpool. And I think that the manager actually had a role to play in helping him develop his mentality.
Let me just correct you there. He actually said Arteta was one that improved him. That's what he said.
Okay, he said
he's come out to say him and Sane. They came out to say that. Yeah.
Great. So he said Arteta was exactly so.
Yeah,
this
he said
is
Arteta.
Why, honestly, just like this is why a lot of fans believe so much in Arteta. It's not because we've seen him do great things at Arsenal, but we've heard bits and pieces of all the things he's capable of doing, and we're like, okay, great. Arteta, you know what? I trust that you're going to help Martinelli develop. I trust that you're going to help Shaka develop. I trust that you're going to help Shaka cut out mistakes from his game and Leno as well. Because you did it with Sterling, you did it with Sane, like you said. So I trust that you will do it with these players. But here's my question, right? Do we get to a point where we then start to admit that maybe our players are the problem and some of them are just not good enough to play for this club?
Before I even tell you anything, even Arteta himself has come out. Did you see his last press conference? He didn't say it directly, but he said that he needs to add quality. And this is not the first time he said it. He said it in one interview against DAZ and Canada, that, you know, he still needs some certain players in certain areas. And he said it again, it was yesterday, yeah, he said it again that we still need to add quality to the squad. So he's actually, you know, giving the insight, but he's not going to come out and rip into his players, obviously, in public. But he's giving the inclination that, listen, if you want us to do better, we need better players in certain areas. Do you know what I mean? So yes, just before we go on, I want to pick some few comments, right, quickly, and then I can just ask you a few questions from there, right? So well, someone here says you're insightful and articulate. That's from Egbon Alexander Gomez. How are you doing, Egbon? So he's impressed about your breakdown. So that's for you. Yeah. Randy Viper, big up to yourself as well, man. Leno is mistake prone. I love this guy who is talking. You've got another fan here, man. I think you should be a regular caller, you know. It's just that you're always busy.
Yeah, I should come on regularly.
You should come on regularly. I don't see you regularly. They like what you're saying, you know. Okay, and Randy is saying Leno has cost us some big games. I don't know. Do you agree with that, man? I don't know. Do you agree with what Randy is saying?
My flatmate today. So funny story. After the game, as in I have a flatmate, we're watching the game in different rooms. So after the game, he walked up to me. He came to the living room where I was and said to me, he regrets that we sold Martinez. And naturally, I we all knew that Martinez saved us at the end of last season.
I like
We
him
loved
as well.
but we understand the circumstances that made Martinez leave the club, and we're grateful for what he did, and we're happy that he left. But I like Leno is the one here now. Let's back Leno. Right? But he said to me, because Leno has a tendency to actually like lose concentration and cost us. And the truth is, Leno has done it time and time and time again. The reason why a lot of people don't rip into him is because he has also saved us time and time and time again.
Yeah.
And we went on to have this big argument because I was pro Leno, it was pro Martinez, and he blamed Leno for the goal that Xhaka gave away today. But the point is, it is also hard to defend Leno. Leno, why do you do these things, my man? And so today I was thinking about this, right? Because the goal that we gave away, when I watched it over and over again, here's what happened, as is what I saw. Leno had the ball, and he had, in my opinion, he had two options, right? He couldn't pass to the side. It's either he, kick that ball into the middle of the pitch, just, lump it in, or Xhaka then, made a run and made himself available. So it's two choices: pass to Xhaka or lump the ball in. And here's what I think. I think that as a football player, you want to be able to trust your teammates, right? So if I see that I have no other option, I will take the only option that is route one and just kick it out. But
which is what I would have done anyway. But anyway, go on.
What did you say?
No, that's what I would have done, because I would have done route one football. I would have kicked that ball out. I wouldn't put Shaka in that decision. I will put the decision in my hand, right? Instead of putting Shaka in that position. And I think what you're about to say is the fact that if I understand what you're about to say, you were saying Shaka was calling for the ball, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying Xhaka made himself available. So I'm guessing Leno said, okay, you know what? I trust Xhaka to do something with this ball, so I'm going to give it to him. And
that's
Xhaka,
a valid point.
Xhaka unfortunately looked at the choices that he had. He made the wrong choice. He saw the man ahead of him. He thought he could lob the ball over. He didn't do it. But then I also looked at it and said that Mikel Arteta teaches these guys to play out of the back. It seems like playing out from the back is a priority. So if you're stuck between route one and playing out from the back, and if you see an outlet that lets you play out from the back, that's the choice you would make.
But don't you think that outlet, don't you? So this is the thing, right? First and foremost, I've said it before, right? That players are not robots, they're human beings. You should be able to use your initiative. That's one. Two, in that situation whereby you saw that Shaka had a man very, very close to him, right? You had a view of everybody better than every other person on the football pitch, right, Leno? You had a decision to make, but you stuck to that muscle memory that says, pass at the back, pass at the back, pass at the back, pass at the back. That's the only thing that was in their head, or in Leno's head. Now, that for me, as a football player, you should be able to use your initiative. In that situation, you should be kicking that ball out. And no matter what, even if two players call for the ball, if I think that there is danger around, I will not put my players in danger. I will kick it out. I will kick it out.
And he's an experienced goalkeeper. I don't know why he did what he did today. Right?
It happens.
Come out to apologize. I think Leno needs to come and apologize as well. In fact, all our players, right? I'm sure if you check their Instagram and their Twitter, there's a lot more apology posts than any other type of. They're always apologizing to the fans. Always.
Even Aubameyang actually said. Aubameyang literally said that. I don't know if you've seen his post. Let me just put it on the screen. If I can find it, let me put it on the screen for people that are watching quickly. Let's see, Aubameyang.
And this thing you say about like players using their initiative, if you notice this thing about Aubameyang, and I think this is how you know quality players and you differentiate them from like quote unquote average players. Aubameyang had a style that we started to see towards the end of last season. He did it against Liverpool, did it against Fulham, where when he gets the ball at the edge of the box from the left, he tries to cut in and then he plays the ball to the top corner of the right side of the post. It was doing that. In the last two or three games, he has switched that up.
He's changed it to a near post. Yeah, he's not a near post.
Like, you know what? I think this guy knows what I'm going to trying to do, so I'm going to switch it up on
him.
And he has tried it. It has worked. So I'm like, this is why this man is a quality attacker, because he's able to assess what's in front of him and change his style based on what he thinks the defenders are thinking. And like, this is how you know this man is quality. And if you're a player and you can't have that, it's one of the reasons why El Neni isn't such a great player, because with El Neni,
he hasn't improved, man. He's just stagnant. Yeah, he's not moving forward. He's not moving backwards.
And when you need magic, you can't trust. Okay, I see Arteta, Aubameyang's.
Yeah, let me just read it out for people, right? So this is what Aubameyang said, right? In case you guys can't see it, I'm just gonna read it out. Let's be honest, VAR on the side, right? In this game, when you produce chances as we did today, we should have won this game, but it is what it is. Let's move forward. Big week coming. So he's actually admitting that we can't just get stuck on VAR as an excuse. We can't get stuck on the mistake of Shaka. We had chances. I was pissed off with Saka today. Saka, because I bought Saka in my fantasy. I was angry. And to make matters worse, the guy there had a yellow card.
I wonder why Arteta didn't take him off when he took Willian off. I'm not a fan of Willian. I absolutely don't want Willian in that club. I was like, you know what? In this game, you should take Saka off, not Willian. Saka was having a terrible game. He wasn't even doing well. And I'm like, yeah, this is normal. Players have bad games. You should take this boy out and take this pressure off him now. Don't
Do you know what? I agree with
having
you.
An open game. He had an assist. Right? And you're right. Aubameyang is also right. We had a chance to go 3-0 up in the first half. Like it was there for us. We should have taken those chances. And if it was 3-1, even if they didn't give us that PP penalty, we'll be upset. But it won't matter because we've won the game anyways. So it's really depressing, right? Let me tell you what I think, right? I'm looking at Arsenal now. Honestly, I think Arsenal as an institution, not just the men's football club, even the female team, the academy. Honestly, if you go through, because I follow all of them on Twitter and Instagram, all of them.
Do you know what? I don't even follow all the players. Anyway, go on. I don't follow all the players, to be honest. But sorry, go on. Sorry for interrupting.
I follow like the academy page and the women's team page. I don't follow the players. But none of them is doing well. They're not doing well at all. The ladies are always losing. They lose to all the top teams: Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool. They lose to all of them, even Tottenham.
But I thought the women team was doing very well last season, though. Was it last season or last season?
Yeah, they were doing well 2 seasons ago. Last season, this season they've been terrible. Same thing as the academy. Our academy, I pity them every time I see them. Today they were leading 2-0. They ended the game 2-2. So like nobody seems to be doing well in Arsenal at the moment, and it makes me think: is there something wrong with the institution as a whole?
As a whole, how the whole Arsenal structure, the culture in the club, I guess.
Yeah, because it can't be a coincidence. It just can't be. I'm going to try to show you some of the results. So Arsenal Academy, today we played Southampton and it was 2-2. We played on the 27th of February, we played Liverpool and lost 4-0. Before that, we played Man City and lost 2-0. Before that, we played Manchester United and lost 3-0. This is the academy. Before that, we played Chelsea and played 2-2. Before that, we played Tottenham and played 1-1.
Seems like the whole thing is just crumbling on Arsenal.
It's been ages since the academy team won a game. And it's the same thing with the women as well. I mean, the women maybe are doing slightly better than the academy, but they too aren't playing so well. When they come against all the top teams, they fail. And I'm like, okay, so we need to look at Arsenal as an institution now. Honestly, we're not moving forward. Whose fault is it? All of this, you can't blame Arteta for it. You have to actually look at the owners of the club and the managers and the decisions they
I think it's just the culture. The culture. What's the culture? What's the motto? What's the motto? Is the motto being adhered to properly in the way it should be? And those are questions that we need to ask. I totally agree with you. Let me just pick a few comments here, right? So Joe says, who is your version of a quality job? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Andy, hey, big up Andy. Personally, I think we have the best squad in the league. Is that a troll? Is that a troll?
It's trolling was common.
I think that's a troll, man. That's a troll. I don't believe that. Osman, I don't know about that, man. Best league? Are you kidding, man? Best team in the league? No. Or best squad? No. Osman Ali, they've made millions before kicking the ball. They have business outside of the game. They play computer games all day. They have social media. They don't have the drive players used to have. Do you know what? Osman Ali is someone that made some interesting comments yesterday, and these are things I also agree with. And I think I made those comments, and he kind of agreed with me, rather. I don't know how old you are. No, I don't want you to tell me your age or anything, but I don't know if you kind of live through the era of the likes of the Ronaldos, the Rivaldos, which are people we talked about yesterday. Rivaldos, the Bebetos.
I kind of started watching football, so I remember them.
Good. You see the work ethics of these players, right? You see their hunger and their drive. Or in fact, let's use more recent players. Look at Sanchez in Arsenal.
Yeah.
for instance. You can see there is a difference between him and many of the players back in Arsenal in terms of his hunger for success.
True.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
True.
You look
Yes,
at players back in the days, and we talked about this yesterday about upbringing, the upbringing of many players, right? Many people that found it hard in life, they kind of value opportunities they have to be able to play football more than other people. And they fight for it. Not players that grew in affluence or players that grew in a bit of basic amenities in life. They had all the opportunities. They gave them the options to be able to go and do academy, to get to play amateur football. They had all those tools available to them. They had a choice. Meanwhile, some people, the only choice they had or the only outlet they had was football. But you can see a difference in how they grab that opportunity with their two hands and how they apply themselves in the game. So I think Osman Ali is making a good point about this new generation of players, the playing computer games, social media, all that distraction.
When I'm on Instagram and I see this our new guy, Gabriel Magales, I hope I'm not ruining his name. He's always playing, I don't know what's that game, Fortnite or something. And it's always it's like he has a league of his own or something. I'm like, your manager is seeing this. Are you not worried that he's going to think you're not taking your job seriously? Why are you guys like, and I'm not saying don't have a life, right? Everybody has a job and you have to have a personal life, right? But you don't do yourself any favors when every other day you're uploading videos of yourself playing video games. So sometimes just keep it to yourself, right? Is what I say. Is why people would come out and bash you like this. And when you talk about these people like Ronaldo, Rivaldo, these men that they were so good, they didn't even make this much money from football. It's not like now everybody's making a lot more money than people used to make in the past. But here's what I would say about that. I look at somebody like Foden, right? The guy in Manchester City.
I like him.
That guy I love him. He's so driven. You can see the passion in the way he plays. This guy is a guy that
he played football on the streets.
Right. But
according to, they played football on the street. He was playing, he used to play on the streets. And you can see that he's so skillful. He's kind of raw. Anyway, go on. Sorry, you were going to say, go on.
Same thing with, and Foden is not the only one, right? I think Haaland and Mbappe, for example, they're like the Messi and Ronaldo of their generation, right? But like there's Haaland, there's Foden, there's this guy in Wolves, Neto. I was shocked when I found out Neto was 19 or 20. I'm like, no, that guy plays like he's a mature 25.
He's very mature. Yeah, he's very mature. I like Neto. That's another player that I would have loved.
Even our own Bukayo Saka, you can see him, compare him to some of the other guys from the academy. And I'm not trying to take a jab at them, but like you can compare him to Willock, compare him to even Reece Nelson. There just seems to be a difference in how they approach football,
the game,
and how they apply themselves on the pitch. You just see it. And in Ketia, for example, you always look at him like he's a baby. He's going to fall over. He's going to do it. But you look at Saka these days, and you're like, this guy is going to stand toe to toe with any defender, and he's not even worried of being bullied, right? So there just seems to be that extra oomph to those boys.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it these days in football, you will continue to be average.
Yeah,
and that's
I agree. Anyway, you know what? On that note, I think we'll probably bring this to a close. I've actually tried today. I've tried. This is 2 hours 44 minutes. Yeah, I've tried.
And thanks a lot for actually talking to me because I know you were going to end the stream when you saw me.
Yeah, as soon as I saw you, I was like, you know what? I'll just have to talk to you because obviously I think I spoke to you only once ever, and I never really heard from you again. I said, well, maybe Nigerian heat is killing you or something. I don't know. So just so you know, I'm doing a show with Claude. It's a new show, really. We've done 2 episodes. We do it every alternate week. We've done 2 now. I do one on his channel, and I do another one on my channel. So, sorry, I did one on my channel. I did another one on his channel. I'm doing the next one on Monday. It's usually 8:30s. It's a fun show. And listen, your Nigerian people, please tell them to subscribe. Honestly, I don't see a lot of only few Nigerians in the UK. I don't get Nigerians from Nigeria. And I really, really want to get Nigerians from Nigeria, the ones that are interested in football. Let them come on here, subscribe, to be good to feel closer to home a bit. I miss home.
Yes, I completely get you. I'll spread the word as much as I can.
Yeah, you do that, man. You do that. And maybe we'll chat on Discord one of these days. All right, then.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Bemiga, for calling in. I really appreciate you.
Yeah. Have a great night.
Talk to you pretty soon, yeah? All right. Cheers. Bye. All right, people. That was Bimiga. That was actually a wonderful, wonderful chat. I thought I enjoyed it, and I guess most of you enjoyed it as well. Listen, people. I have tried my best today. Look, see, it's finished. See, because I was talking to you guys. See, I was talking to you guys for 2 hours 44 minutes. See, I finished my drink. I need to set up a donation. What's it called? An account. Yes, so that whenever my wine finishes, you guys can replenish it. See that. Listen, jokes apart, really, I really appreciate the few of you that were able to stay on, and for the people that came on, I really appreciate all of you. Everyone that commented, I really appreciate all of you. Sorry I couldn't put the chat on the screen today. There's a bit of technical difficulties. I've had a lot of technical difficulties today. My computer had issues. My internet had issues, like several times. Oh my God. I was just really frustrated today. But listen, I really appreciate you guys coming on, and I hope I grow, and I hope you guys help me grow. And I always enjoy talking and chatting with you guys. Anyway, it's your boy here, the Blunt Pony. Lovers be lovers, haters be haters. And I'm out of here, people.